Feel incredible!
It's not a cartoon. It's anime. Yes. Welcome to another episode of Animeshun. We live, baby. Live in this bitch. We live.
I just realized while we were doing it, I was like, man, my dad's here today, but not in the studio right now, and I'm really happy he wasn't in here for this.
He would have been caught up.
He would have been like, what are you? What?
He got to see this.
I raised a fucking geek.
I mean, he probably saw me when I was as a kid, Dragon Ball Z. Me and my brother were definitely screaming in front of TV, but it's different.
Yeah,
It's like, I'm a grown ass man. I'm 34 years old. My dad walks like, this is my first time seeing your office. I'm like,
He's like, you're still powering up at 34, Brennan. Why?
Just silently stands up off the couch and just walks out of the room.
Is your Tekken scroll up in your office yet?
Yeah, but it's kind of actually small.
yeah, it is pretty small.
Yeah.
I was saying, like, what's that?
But yeah, I'm like that can probably go unknown, to be honest. Like anybody that walks in and lets you know Tekken, they might be like, oh, what
That's
is
a
that?
cool little design.
Yeah.
That's why I liked it, because I like Tekken and what they stood for,
Yeah.
kind of. But I really just like the design of that thing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of low key. The jacket is. Did you say you got a jacket or no?
No, he got me the jacket.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like the nicest jacket I own.
Yeah.
Straight up.
See, this, Brandon, why is it just your clothes game? Why don't you care? Like you just be like, yo, my shoes. Like
I just
Those were all
I
picked
feel
out
like
for him too,
'cause-
though, so it
you said what?
Those were all picked out for
I'm
him.
sorry.
Right.
Yeah, I like to point out. Did you not see how my father was dressed?
Yeah. I think too. The thing about
I mean,
Brennan,
he's chilling, yeah.
he's so confident in everything else. It's like,
Yeah.
I
You know what? You
No,
know
I
what?
just-
That's the biggest stunt ever. Brennan just like, yo, man, your shoes are trash, man. Your clothes are trash. I own a business.
Right.
And
And,
it's
9
successful.
times out of 10, when
Yeah.
he's getting roasted, he's in his like
Is it-
business. So it's like, what are you saying? And he starts
Nah,
flicking the lights. Like, what?
I've been getting roasted my entire life.
Yeah.
Like, let's keep all that. Like, my entire life, I have been getting absolutely flamed. So for me, I'm just like, I'm used to it. And also, like, my dad had this thing when we were kids. God, I wish he was in here. Like, everybody else had nice shoes. You know,
Yeah.
I went to
Yeah.
a majority white school, but it was like 10% black.
Yeah.
And it was like 2,000 kids, so like 600. Like, it was like, there was enough for multiple black tables at lunch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing. It was enough of us. So I was getting roasted for my shoes. But my dad, like, when we were like middle school and stuff like that, he'd be like, all right, cool. It's time for y'all to get some new shoes. You grew out of them. That's how we would get new shoes, because we grew out of them, first of
Damn.
all.
Yeah.
And secondly, he'd be like, here's $50.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, Dad,
Chucks?
I can't. There's like not any. I want to be on the basketball team. He's like, oh man, them Starberries look like they're about the right price.
Whoa, wait a second.
I knew that was going to get him started.
What we're not going to do.
You don't
I
remember?
like Starberries. First of all, they're excellent hoop shoes,
I'm just saying.
but they were very cheap.
Keenan, when you bring up Starberries, he goes in the fucking plateau.
No, I like Starberries.
My brother was the biggest Marbury fan growing up.
but what I'm saying is that, like,
yeah.
how bad do you get roasted in the black table with
you
Starberries?
You got
on?
Starberries on. You
I
got
mean-
your life taken from you.
The reason why was because people didn't understand that
What he was doing.
Yeah.
What he was doing, and then I know for me,
Same thing with Shaq.
there's certain Starberries. One of the Starberries that I have, I love. Like I'm just like, yo, these
No, I had these
Starberries.
white and baby blues. I was like,
Yeah.
them junks is serious.
Nobody
Yeah.
ever challenged or roasted the quality of the Starberry.
No, they
it
just-
was just the fact that
That it
you
was
can
cheap.
find them at Kmart. Like
No,
that
I
was.
mean, I didn't know you could find them at
That's
K. I
tough.
know they were only at one point. They were
They're
only
like
at Stephen
$30.
Barry's.
Yeah.
You're from Stephen Barry's?
I
think
ain't never
so.
heard of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We saw them at Kmart. Like anywhere
the thing
Shaq's
is-
were, Starberries were right
Yo,
next to it.
I actually it doesn't work because of our cultural like how we've been trained into like capitalism
True.
and the way specifically in the black communities like we have
True.
to show off the wealth that we do or don't have because we've never had it.
Facts.
So like as black people, it's really tough. The Starberry movement works a lot like in your mind in the sense of like when Stephon Marbury was like, I'm gonna do this to be able to make sure kids don't have no money have good hoop shoes that are good, that look good.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like he did that. But the problem is if you sell hoop shoes for that cheap compared to like literally a third the cost of everybody else's hoop shoes,
Yeah.
then the black community's gonna look at you like, oh, those are for the broke people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if
And
you're wearing
yeah.
Starberries and you ain't got nothing,
And
you whack.
everybody talking is fucking broke. Really.
And I was broke.
Yeah.
So
And I think it is too. Is just like the thing about it is too something that Stephon Marbury was talking about. He was saying that like, yo, my shit is made in the same fucking factories as the other
Yeah.
brands that y'all
no,
be
same
wearing.
thing. Same thing.
Same
And
exact
I was
thing,
like, yo,
yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah, and I think that's what people, it's all about the price. The marketing for Jordans, the marketing for all those type of shoes
They got
was
yeah.
genius.
No, the best
And-
best moment though ever. One of my favorite moments that I experienced as a kid growing up is people like flame my Starberries, and I'm like, all right, cool, do that. Say that to me on the court. You know what I'm saying?
Give people
And then
the
you
business.
cross
That's
them
fair.
up. You know what I'm
That's fair.
saying? Then it's just like
I don't know if I ever talked about this, but Brennan's basketball stories checked out. I just wanted to come back and say that. Not in person. He still has yet to play us, and I doubt he ever will.
I had to retire.
But I talked to some of his close family, and they said that he was reminiscent of a Chauncey Billups. So
Wow,
That was
that's
yeah.
respect.
That's
Yeah.
that was I definitely modeled myself after Chauncey Billups as a kid.
Yeah.
And that was before my hair came out. Like,
So because of Detroit Chauncey, not like first. You
no,
know,
Detroit
yeah,
Chauncey. I mean, because
the
Chauncey was
Denver
like
first.
Not-
Chauncey was a
Denver
big,
Chauncey.
strong.
Yeah.
He was a big, strong guard, but he was
Yeah.
short.
Yeah.
So like he could back down almost any player on the court. You know what I'm saying? That's beside like three. You know, one or any other guard, and like
Combo guard,
he could shoot. Like he was clutch at the shots, and he just kind
Yeah.
of was a floor general and
Yep.
lock up anybody.
Yeah.
That was my shit. That's how I
Respect.
played.
I respect Chauncey, man.
Since we're talking about school, before we get into it, this was a good conversation that we had in the group chat on Instagram. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to this chat. I want to ask y'all
Shut
this.
up, Anthony.
I want to ask y'all this on live. Did you guys own your nerdism in high school, in junior high, in school in general?
I did.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Of course.
I mean, for me,
I didn't have a choice.
I was to be honest with you, I was considered maybe a cool nerd. I hooped.
Well, you got them eyes, bro. Like you know, like get out of here, man.
Yeah, so-
you light skin with the eyes, man. I'm good. Like you,
Yeah.
you could have done whatever you wanted.
True.
You were good. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like
Brennan has a point. This is not me being arrogant, but it was like I didn't
have that.
I didn't have necessarily Ice's big afro, but I had a taper fade with a fro. I had the eyes, so I was able to pull way more women than anybody saying I was a nerd.
I had a receding
And-
hairline and a big head.
School.
You had the widow peak.
Yeah, I had the widow's peak. I had a receding hairline, a big head, and no self
You had the
confidence. It was
Majin
tough.
Vegeta going.
man.
It was tough.
But Brennan, here's the thing. Brennan looks good bald though.
No, thank you.
Pull
I
it
think
off,
so
yeah.
too.
Yeah, you got to do one of them glow up TikToks or something.
No,
to show
my,
people.
the thing is though, like
the
I
tab.
actually,
Yep.
I actually in like high school, I actually was a good looking guy, but I thought I was ugly, so that made me ugly.
Yeah, I remember you talking about
Don't do
that.
that.
So what-
You had that ugly man energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
I had the like, you
Lonzo-
don't want me anyway energy. Like,
Yeah.
this is pity
I-
energy.
Yeah.
My default is the friend zone energy.
Oh yeah.
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 Like, I'm just more comfortable here because there's no failure here.
Yeah, but that's good to know that everybody. I owned it too, and
Yeah.
and the point that I made in the chat was just like, oh, I had jokes, I had hands,
Yep.
and I didn't have that fucking sprint to the lunch line with my Naruto satchel bag energy.
No,
I
like
didn't have
arms
that.
out to
Yeah,
the side,
like,
into the back.
And to be honest too, yeah, I didn't have that always the dopest shoes either, but I also didn't tie my shoes super tight. I feel
Yeah.
like that's the nerd. Like when you tie your shoes
So-
like
the-
super
the-
tight, your laces are just like this.
The dead giveaway for me was always that fucking satchel bag. Like none of those guys ever had just regular backpacks. They always had the shit with the flaps, and they would sprint. They wouldn't sprint in PE. They wouldn't sprint during recess, but at lunchtime, they would fucking haul ass. And I'll be like, why are you running? We're all gonna get food. Like
I will back
this
up what
isn't-
Ice is saying. This did happen with the kids with the satchel bags.
You know what?
Was a thing.
That didn't happen too much about school. That's funny though.
They're trying to
Yes.
spend that lunch money before somebody takes it from them. They're trying to get it in the register. It's the only way they can make sure they get
They
their
was
food on
fucking
time.
out.
That run is just so. I
They
think I
were-
saw like a girl's TikTok. She was just like, she's like, I was a nerd growing up too. I like stuff like that, but she was like, nobody wants to see you fucking run like an anime character. And you think we're supposed to date you after that? I was just like,
Yeah.
oh shit,
Bro, I was the guy. Like it was like when it was the bell rang for lunchtime. Even up to like my senior year in high school, I would sprint to the lunchroom so I didn't have to wait in line.
I get that.
I didn't care.
I always
I
brought
was
my
like,
lunch.
I would
I get
run
that.
straight to the lunchroom, get my food, and I would be done eating by the time somebody got into line.
Because
Yeah.
at
You know
our
what I'm
school,
saying?
I know we gotta get to the shits, but I know at our school, like there was only like on pizza day, there was only a certain amount of Pizza Hut pizza. So if you didn't get in line on time,
Ooh.
you didn't get the pizza. It was just like it was
Oh,
first
shit.
come
If
first
you don't get
serve.
That was with the
Pizza
ice
Hut
cream.
Day,
Any of the
that's tough.
desserts were always like that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I get what like people were running, or like I mean, there's sometimes I'll pull the whole like my can I go to the bathroom real quick, and then I just wouldn't come back for that last 10. I'll go get my bag later. I didn't care.
Yeah.
When it's only on pizza day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's understandable.
That's hilarious.
but yeah, we gonna
that's
get-
fucked up that they didn't have enough pizza for everybody.
On purpose too.
That's fucked up.
On purpose.
Man, let's
Making
get
a
into what
fight
we're here
for it.
for.
All
Man.
right,
Yeah.
you know we do one-offs, debates. We talk our shit, man. We do a little thing. Let me just do a quick. We're gonna do a quick moment of silence for our little bro, Serene Baker, man. Man, yeah. That's all I can say. Just give us a moment of silence, man. Appreciate it. All right, y'all. We back. Yeah, man, we gonna get into the shits. We gonna jump into you want to jump into your news first before the factual actuals?
No, well, we don't have news today. We just have the recap, but
Okay.
but for basically just to talk for the people that are just listening, what we're doing differently today, we have some people. We are live streaming this event. We have people from the Instagram group chat who are here with us, watching it live. Hopefully, getting us some questions here that we may answer towards the end of the show. But this is basically a preview. This is something we're going to be doing moving forward because we are launching our Patreon.
Yes.
It is up there. Keenan, do we have a link for that ready to go?
I have a link for that. The Patreon ready to go. It's actually right here.
Great. So check us out on Patreon. We're going to be doing this stream every week. That's one of the perks that we'll be doing is if you are one of our Patreon subscribers, we will have this live stream going. You can basically watch with us or watch while we're doing this. Send us your questions. You'll even get early access to the podcast, basically, because once the link goes out, you'll have access to that. You can watch it before it hits the air.
And
so
you
to
also
speak.
get to watch us before we go live.
Yeah.
So there was a nice little conversation that we had with the chat before we went live too, and that wasn't even level 1. Some of the shit we be talking about before the show starts be next level. So
Yeah, you're gonna probably see stuff like us talking about just hoop and just different type of things like that. We're gonna be talking about probably mad shit in the beginning. So yeah, man, we excited, bro.
Yeah, so check it out. Check out the Patreon, and then come join us next week because we'll be doing it. We'll be here. Eventually, we'll be having our full episodes kind of going private, but we're gonna at least finish out the month putting out our new episodes, and then our old episodes will definitely be out, and at least for the rest of the year. But yeah, no, we're no anime news this week. The other thing we're gonna be doing is kind of alternating review episodes and topic episodes. So we'll be doing a review episode today. We're doing episodes of Bleach 1 through 4. We're going to be doing season 1 of Bleach. Next week we'll be doing a topic episode. We'll get into that a little bit later, what that's going to be. But yeah, we're just going to be alternating those. We'll have news on the topic shows, and we'll have just the recaps on the review episodes. But for Bleach episode 1 through 4, Brennan, this is one of your favorite shows that you've been talking about for a long time.
Yep.
Yes.
Do you
Yeah.
have the factual actuals for us?
I do. So I mean, I'll just give you guys my factuals, like my personal factual actuals. Is I actually started watching Bleach when I was a freshman in college, and I got
when
onto
did you
it.
start watching anime?
Speaking to your microphone, sir.
Oh man, when did you start watching anime?
Speaking anime.
When did you start speaking? Are you speaking anime?
I think I started watching anime around the same time most people. Toonami got me on it. Like my first anime episode was, I actually remember it vividly because I was like, this is nothing like I've ever seen before. I remember it was in my twin brother Alonzo's room. We came home from school. We turned on the TV. And it was the episode where Gohan was powering up and like hitting Radix and breaking his armor.
Yeah.
And, like Piccolo and Goku were there. And me and my brother both like walked in and we turned on like, let's see what's on Cartoon Network. And then that was on. And I think that was actually like the first week of Toonami.
Yeah.
Like when we were watching it, and we were just like, what is,
Yeah.
what is this? And we couldn't look away. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. So that was like that was my first taste of anime.
Yeah.
But I didn't really get serious into anime until I got into like, I was very serious about Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
But the problem with Dragon Ball Z back in the day was I was on the basketball team.
Yeah.
And it came on during the same time as basketball practice. So I actually missed the entire, I remember they showed the whole Frieza saga, and I got to watch all of it. And it started the Cell saga, and then basketball practice started. And I didn't get to see any of the Cell saga, which most people consider the greatest saga in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to see any of it. So I go to work. It'd be like if you missed the Fresh Prince episode. I go to school the next day, and my friends would be like, yo, did you see what Gohan did last night? I'm like, man, shut up. I made the team, and you didn't. You know what I'm saying?
So you didn't record it? Like I used to sometimes when
No,
I
I
finally
didn't.
got to.
Did
like,
you not
Cartoon
hear the
Network,
$50 shoe story?
He
You
didn't
think
have
he
it.
had?
I didn't have
You think
anything
he
to
had
do with it.
DVR and
I didn't.
TiVo?
I didn't have
Not
that.
TiVo. I mean, like you could have VHS. I used to VHS it.
I didn't have those capabilities at my parents' house.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I probably should have precursed. Like my father grew up on a farm. He is a farmer. You know what I'm saying?
Snap.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, Brendan, like, why are you so humble with your clothes? Like, bro, like, like I'm one generation removed.
But
like,
Alonzo's not.
huh? Yo,
Alonzo was.
as when we were kids, he was
hella
the same. But
fashionable.
Alonzo's an artist as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
he's
Like his whole
involved in
entire life is
something.
dedicated to creating vibes.
Yeah.
In one
His
way or another.
strawberries were painted.
And Alonzo
He
didn't-
had designs on his
But
strawberries.
Alonzo didn't make the team.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and get that out there. Alonzo didn't make the team.
He didn't defend himself, man.
Okay.
He didn't. That's why there's nothing to defend. Truth is truth.
That's crazy because you started watching anime. Now you're here on the greatest fucking
did
anime
that.
podcast
He asked that question just to do that.
Yeah.
He did.
in the entire world.
It was a setup.
That was a good one.
It was a setup. That was a good one.
All right, so the factual actuals for Bleach is that it actually aired originally on TV Tokyo from October 2004 until March 2012, spanning a series of 366 episodes. It was broadcast in Adult Swim from September 2006 to November 2014, which is great timing for exactly what I was saying because September 2006 is my year that I was playing basketball. I mean,
It all lines up.
It all lined up. But that's like, I mean, for me, it's like that was when I started really getting into it. In my first Bleach episode, I actually caught the first episode of Bleach on Toonami. So it was like it just worked out perfectly because the first episode will get you in there. You know what I'm saying? So the writer is a guy named Masashi Sogo. He's written also for a lot of other spots. Keaton out here in the house. Keon out here in the house.
What the fuck?
Are you ready? Are you ready? Drunk?
No, Keon's drunk. Keon is drunk.
Having a good time.
Keon, come say hi to the people. Look, this guy just literally just rolled in. No, you got to come all the way over here.
You got
You got to come all the way over here, Keon. Look, this is.
We were
got-
in front of the liquor.
Yeah, we got him.
Oh yeah. So Keon just walked in the door. What up, Keon? This is drunk.
My
Keon.
brother wants to be on here so bad, by the way.
He
was.
already
He
was.
was
He's not
on
here.
here.
That's right.
yeah.
This is drunk Keon, guys. Like we said.
Who is your favorite anime character?
I don't know.
Name one anime.
He knows Dragon Ball because his
Dragon Ball
teammate
Z?
used to watch.
Give me one more.
Dragon Ball F.
I mean,
honestly,
Resurrection.
that was a solid guess. That was a
Resurrection
solid
F.
guess.
Resurrection F. So I guess kind
I
of
know
maybe.
Goku. I know Vegeta.
Go on.
And his kids love it. My
I know the
godson,
green
yeah.
guy.
The green guy. What's his name? He's right there.
He's on Keenan's shirt.
He's technically
Piccolo
black.
somebody.
Hey!
that's him. Yeah, that's him.
Piccolo.
Okay, I'll name the shirt.
You will not name
you
this
should.
shirt.
Oh,
No.
no. Okay.
He was feeling
That guy
himself.
they like too. Is he on Dragon Ball?
He's on Dragon Ball
He's
Super.
in a movie. He's not on a super.
Oh, he's not
on,
even. He's in a
That's-
movie.
yeah,
That's right.
he's
Oh,
Like
one
on-
there's a Trunks.
Yes, there is a trunk.
There's Trunks. Yeah.
There's. I think that's
That's, hey, you did good, bro. I give you like a
Yeah.
solid.
The
For
pink
Keon
guy?
not to fuck
Huh?
with the anime.
The pink guy and Majin
there's the
Buu.
pink guy. I think that's it though.
You did good. So I would
Honestly,
shake your
yeah.
shirt. I would shake your hand.
But I don't know any outside of that. I don't know.
Yeah. Keon and I have had this discussion. And every time me and like his brother would come down and we'll be talking, like he'd just be like, ugh.
Or sometimes I would think of it. Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Yeah, he'll jumping like that.
Hilarious.
All right, man.
All right,
See you
Keon.
later, bro.
Thanks for
Appreciate
the
you.
Keon.
Stay
Thanks
safe,
for
bro.
stopping by.
Shout out to Keon. You should get one of his shirts.
We're
They're
good.
fantastic.
Not on.
Nah,
Not,
yeah.
Take it.
not
man.
on duty.
Just take
Not
it.
on
Yeah.
duty.
Just go get drunk.
All right, bro.
So I was saying is Masashi Sago is the writer. He actually wrote for a lot of other things we would know, like Pokemon, Fairy Tail, and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, those are. He got some hitters.
Yeah, he, got some
Okay.
hitters. He made money. He made money.
He out here. I mean, maybe
he got some
maybe
classics
he,
under his belt.
Maybe he did. Maybe
So
he did.
and
Oh
there's
yeah,
one-
they don't be paying.
Yeah. Maybe he made some money.
Maybe. I think he did.
Yeah.
Noriyuki Abe is the director, and he's also known as he's a storyboard artist. That's what he's known for. But he's directed some big shows too, like Yu Yu Hakusho, Black Butler, Boruto, and Seven Deadly Sins.
Damn, that's spanning across a.
Yeah, it's a
long-
wide range.
Yeah.
No, so I
90s.
didn't get to spend that much time as I normally would on factual actuals. Like it's actually around the regular time. But what's really interesting today is because one of the things I talk about is the production studio. Who did the production studio?
Yep.
And interestingly enough, like as I was looking through like the credits in the production studio, it's like it only named individuals. I think this is an independent show. There's like it's kind of
Oh,
like
really?
That's why I was
Wow.
like, there's no way. But it's like if you look through the stuff, it's like they just keep saying like this person did it themselves, like this person did the storyboarding themselves, this person did this thing themselves. So they just kept naming a bunch of
Wow.
people and how they did it. And I'm like, yo, like it has been licensed to TV Tokyo, it has been licensed to Toonami, but the production company itself and who actually did it.
Well, shit, they might have
Oh,
been
they
making some
got
money.
bread.
They made some money.
That's
they
what I'm
got
saying. So
it.
it's those
Yeah,
same guys that
yeah,
I mentioned, like
yeah.
that guy, the director, storyboard artist, is the storyboard artist on Bleach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's
Yeah,
bread.
he got money.
Yeah,
He
but
got money.
366 episodes. So the guy
Direct
who
to
wrote it,
consumer shit.
he wrote like the first 121 episodes or something like that. No, 221 episodes out of
Wow.
366.
That's respect.
And the manga also like has gone so much further and has been around for so
course.
much longer. This is one of the most popular manga in anime history.
Yeah,
It's-
they just released a new chapter too, didn't they?
Yeah,
Which
it's-
everybody
hasn't
lost
stopped.
their mind.
it hasn't
over.
stopped. Yeah,
Wait,
it's like
out of nowhere they just dropped one?
They did. Yeah, it was just out of because they've been wanting it
that's
to come
dope.
back.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Kind
the
of like
20th
a Hunter
anniversary or something.
situation.
Yeah.
man, somebody got me on Hunter x Hunter today. Somebody was like, "Yo, season 7 Hunter x Hunter on Netflix." I was just like,
But all they did is
yeah.
they
Because-
brought the
because-
ones that's on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, over. 'cause
Over
it was
to
the whole
Netflix.
thing was never fully on there.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
so hurt.
Yeah.
Rough.
But yeah, that's
Still
my
waiting
factual
for that
actuals. Is in the sense
Kurobo.
of I want to keep it short because I know we got a lot going on. But those are the big factual actuals for Bleach. It has been nominated for a bunch of awards. It hasn't won shit. It got nominated in 2007 for American Anime Awards in the fields of Best Manga, Best Character, Best DVD Package, and Best Theme. But it didn't win any of them. So
I will say this:
Damn.
if,
Snubbed.
if if we end up enjoying this show, I will give it 100 to Brennan because he's been riding on this show.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not
A
like
long
a
time.
Demon Slayer situation where it's debatable if he was riding.
I love Bleach.
If you guys don't enjoy it, I'll be very surprised.
Yeah, so
I'm on,
yeah,
like,
I-
episode 31 now.
Yeah.
Oh, you been ham.
Yeah.
All
No,
right,
he started
Cam?
watching it. Cam has been texting me like at night, like, yo.
Yeah.
He's been going through emotions.
I did hit you though, like a couple, like 2-3 months ago. You remember when I was like, "Yo, who the fuck is this dude?"
Yeah, you sent me some fight, like a fight or something like that.
Yeah, I
right?
sent you one of the guys. I was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, who is this? Does he have hands?" He's like, "Yeah, that's the guy." So in the back of my mind, I'm waiting for him to show up.
No,
'cause-
I mean, and so just because like I didn't, this was a weird pick of mine, I guess, because it wasn't really a pick. It was just like, hey, let's just watch something.
Yeah.
But I'll say that like this anime taught me that I liked character development. It taught me the way this anime taught me a lot about what I liked in other animes. And as you guys will see as you watch this one, a lot of other animes took a lot of notes out of their.
Oh, I can already see it.
yeah,
Yeah, for
there's
sure.
so many animes.
I feel like any. Is that a question? I don't think there's a question on here, but I feel like pretty much a lot of the spirit kind of animes is pretty much they came. It was like we saw this and let's do what the fuck they did, and pretty much it's
Yeah.
like That's when I was watching. I was like, oh, this is why this is a big three. This is why this is probably the Godfather because any kind of like spirit type of anime, this is pretty much this and probably Yu Yu Hakusho.
yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho. Like,
Yu Yu Hakusho,
they
of
took a
course.
lot
this
of
is
Yu Yu
and then
Hakusho.
this is the
Yeah.
big three with Naruto and One Piece, right?
It's for
Is
some
it-
considered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I
considered
just want to
big
make
three.
sure that that's the big three that it's with.
Wait. Lyric said that you don't watch the first 2 episodes, you don't get hooked. I'm like, I was in it after the first 2 episodes, but I mean that's up to you.
Who said it?
If you
Lyric.
don't, when we get to it, I can see why. If you watch the first two, you might just be like, okay.
The 3rd episode really brings it home. I should have said the first 3, but that's
Yeah,
just
that first 3 episode is like the
It's
first
like a
3
one.
episodes are kind of like a little
a
arc.
trilogy.
Just wait till the end of the first season and you guys will be in.
Which is
Cameron hit me with that. Like Cameron was, I just finished first
I'm
episode.
restraining myself from saying so much because
Yeah.
there's so much that's already happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's still 300 something episodes I still have to watch.
Are you-
Well, and then the
committing?
first season is
I'm
only
watching all
20
of it.
episodes, not like fucking One Piece, which is like, hey, stay into episode 387
For one season?
and you'll like it. I don't know. I just fuck One Piece.
Hey Omar, good looks on rewatching Bleach. And whenever we say somebody's random name like this, guys, we do have a live stream going now, so you guys can interact with us while
Yeah.
we are
Yeah.
we are on the podcast.
While we're doing the podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm over here doing that, like saying, "Yo, Omar Solano, okay, aka Sir Two Wavy, what's it?
Yeah.
He just said that he's gonna rewatch Bleach for us because it's worth it.
Yeah.
Because it's worth it.
Yeah, and we'll get to that big three question. The big three is just really people's big three keeps jumping because Dragon
It
Ball
has
Z
to
is in
change
some
over time.
people's.
I
but
think
then
it's different
they-
genres. Like
Yeah, I
different
think
times.
it's different eras. That's why I was asking: is Bleach with the DBZ era,
Yeah,
or
it's
is it
the
with
DBZ era
or
all
is
day.
it with Naruto era?
Well, it depends
Yeah.
because how you look at it. Because the reason I say that is like, well, it depends on when you watched it.
Yeah.
You know, so Bleach, like the run on Toonami, really pretty much says that's when people watched it for the most part.
Mm.
So it's like technically that'd be during the Naruto and DBZ era.
But
'Cause
Naruto, DBZ and Naruto are not in the same era.
on
You're talking about Toonami type.
on Toonami they
Yeah.
are.
Not back in the day. Naruto wasn't on there when we were
Was
watching.
it? When did
Mm-mm.
Naruto come on Toonami?
Naruto wasn't out there till like.
Oh, it came
Well,
later.
I guess it. Yeah, it came later because
Toonami ran for a long time, and so did Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
Naruto
definitely.
was on Toonami, but they were on at different times.
Gotcha.
Like DBZ was late '90s, early 2000s. Naruto didn't come on the scene till like 05, 06. So I think that's why it's with Bleach. Like it's Bleach, One Piece,
And so anime
Naruto.
was
and then I think
sold
it's the other
forever.
one was DBZ,
Like
Yu
you.
Yu, and
maybe Sailor Moon.
And Sailor Moon. I think that's probably what it was.
Those,
Like,
I know
that's
Sailor Moon and DBZ used to play back to back.
Yeah.
I think that was that big three. And then
Is it
this,
Yuashi in the big three?
I would say so.
And Yuasha?
No, and you watch. Yeah. Whether we like
Yeah.
it or not,
It's big.
Yeah.
It's big.
you can interchange from consumption purpose only. You can interchange Inuyasha with Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, you might get fired.
Let's move it on. Let's
All
move
right,
it on.
from
Let's move
consumption.
on.
From consumption, not
Okay.
because
Consumption.
Yeah,
Okay,
not
okay.
Quality
Yeah,
necessarily.
yeah.
or-
All right, man.
Favorites.
We're gonna jump into Ra's recap. We did episodes of Bleach. We did episodes 1 through 4.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all follow along. After this, we're gonna be doing episodes 5 through 8. So make sure y'all keep following along with us, man. So Ra's recap. Go ahead.
Yeah. We'll talk about that first 3 episode little mini arc here. We meet our protagonist Ichigo as he's pummeling a few bullies who've knocked over a memorial for a girl that died in the area. we see that he's not only exceedingly strong, but he also has the power to see and speak with ghosts, as the young dead girl thanks him. He heads home, which is a local hospital/doctor's office, another back alley doctor, seemingly on another anime show. And we meet his dad, who is the doctor, who really only seems to communicate with Ichigo through fighting. We also
He's
meet
hilarious.
his two sisters, Yuzu and Karen, who appear to be able to see ghosts as well. Because they point out, Ichigo's got another one following him around. We also find out that their mother has passed away. The father still has a memorial up for her on the wall, even though it seems that she passed away some time ago. The next morning, Ichigo sees a news report of multiple explosions nearby, heads over to find some people running and screaming. But he also sees the dead girl running and calling out to him as well, as a large, masked monster is chasing after her. So soon, out of nowhere, this young-looking girl with the sword appears, takes out the monster, and a few quick attacks, and disappears, leaving Ichigo very confused. But we get a huge exposition dump later that evening. The girl shows up again, and she's shocked that Ichigo can see her. She introduces herself as Rukia, explains that she's a soul reaper sent from the Soul Society to help good spirits pass on. The good spirits are called holes, and she also dispenses of evil spirits, which are called hollows, and they try to basically eat the souls of others and corrupt them. He's skeptical of all of this and tries to attack her, but she demonstrates her power. She uses a spell to trap him and basically she traps him and kind of explains all this to him, and as they're talking, they hear the screams of another hollow far off, as it's basically coming to attack Ichigo's house, and it does so. It takes one of his sisters hostage, and to Rukia's surprise, he's able to break out of her spell with his own will and goes to save his sister. However, he's in way over his head. She actually sacrifices herself, taking a blow that was meant for him to save his life. So she tells him with his large amount of spirit energy, that's what's attracting all these hollows, and the only way to defeat them is now for Ichigo to take her powers by plunging her sword through his chest. And he does. It's a hell of a pitch, but he does it.
So just stab yourself in the heart with my sword. You'll be fine. Or I could run.
If you say so, lady.
I could run.
So as Ichigo takes out the hollow, she is totally shocked by this. She's never seen a human with these kind of abilities or spiritual strength, or even one with such a large soul sword. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, these are called Zanpakutos. Zanpakutos. Okay.
Okay, Cam.
All right, Cam.
Okay, Cam.
Yo, I'm over here on Team Cam today. I'm Cam is ready to pull up with the Bleach knowledge.
He is. Next morning, Ichigo realizes Rukia is gone, but his family's safe, healed, and somehow they remember the incident as a truck crashing through their clinic rather than a demon attack. So Ichigo heads to school. We meet a few other of his friends, including a girl named Tatsuki and her skittish friend Orihime, as well as this huge dude named Chad, who just offers.
He's not 15.
No way.
I don't care what nobody says.
That dude is huge.
Where's his birth certificate?
And he's like, "Oh, you want me to help you rebuild your house?" He's like, "No, it's cool." So we also see Rukia, who is posing as a student, and explains to Ichigo she basically needs to stay close to him because now that he has her powers, he needs to take over her duties as a Soul Reaper. He's like, "I don't think so. That's not for me." But then she's just like, "Okay, cool. We're going to take a little field trip." And she knocks his spiritual form out of his body and takes him to a park where another hollow.
Because she got that special glove that she put on with the
that's right.
skull.
The
I
fingerless
like that.
glove.
I like when she does that.
Pow.
Remind me of the girl from Doctor Strange.
Oh, the ancient one.
Ancient one. Yeah. She got
Bam.
his ass.
Yeah, I
Yep.
like that.
I think you're on bulls.
Yeah.
That was great.
So she takes Ichigo in his spirit form to this park where this whole spirit is being attacked by a hollow. And Ichigo just can't stay by. He does save he does save the whole spirit, helps it pass on, but says that's it. I can't risk my life for people I don't know. Later and elsewhere, a ghost is watching Orihime peacefully, but he's suddenly grabbed by hollow spirits, taken to another plane where he's turned into a hollow as well. The next day, Rukia and Ichigo see Orihime nearly hit by a car, but she says that she is all right, despite the fact that she's got this claw-like bruise on her leg. She leaves, and Ichigo explains, hey, her brother passed away at our hospital a few years ago. Her parents are not in the picture, but, she's friends with Tatsuki. She's a little weird, but, she's cool. Let's keep an eye on her. So that night, Ichigo's in his room, and along with Rukia, who we find out has set up camp in his closet, which was hilarious. They're suddenly attacked by another hollow spirit, the one we saw get made, and Ichigo attacks the hollow, shattering part of his mask, and realizes with the face exposed that that's actually Orihime's brother. He retreats. Rukia explains, all Hollows at some point were once humans, and now it's going to probably go after his sister, so they're going to have to track him down and
They
destroy
coming at
him.
the heartstrings out the gate. 4 episodes in, 3
Absolutely.
episodes in at this point.
Yeah. So at her home, Orihime is hanging out with Tatsuki, telling her about the incident. And that's when all of a sudden, like, they come under the attack of the invisible force of her brother's spirit. He does the same thing, knocking her spirit out of her body, goes after Tatsuki, but Orihime is able to stop her brother, basically enraging him and causing him to come after her again. Luckily, Ichigo shows up just in the nick of time. He thinks that, Orihime might even be dead, and so he just goes ham on the spirit. Unfortunately, though, the Hollow gets the upper hand, confronts his sister, saying, like, as she got older, she forgot about him, stopped praying for him, and this caused him to be an angry spirit, and he starts to attack her. But Ichigo, launches back into action, not out of commission for long. He lectures the guy about, being a good older brother. Clearly, that's super important to him, protecting his siblings. And they continue to fight once again. And he's saved from another disastrous bite when Orihime steps in front and tries to tell her brother, she didn't forget about him. She still wears, the hairpin that he bought her every day. That's her way of honoring him. And it speaks to him. He's able to, start to fight back against the control of this, the Hollow spirit. And Rukia at this point is kind of just like, listen, he was probably turned into a Hollow by some other demonic spirit and sent after you. Like, you're the reason that this is all happening. At first, Ichigo doesn't want to, attack this person because he knows him. But she's like, listen, once you attack a Hollow, it's not about killing them. You're actually cleansing their soul and allowing them to pass on to the into the Soul Society.
He's like, that's all you had to say.
And so after that, he's totally on board. So they are able to, talk sense into Orihime's brother. He gains control and then uses Ichigo's sword to cleanse himself and move on. And with everything settled, they use Rukia's memory erasing device. But the funny thing is, we find out she doesn't get to choose the memories that get put in there, so they think it's like some pro wrestler came and like messed up everything on their street.
You need to go holler at the men in black.
Yeah, right. Exactly. In the last episode, Ichigo's friend Chad comes into ownership of a cursed parakeet that can also talk in full conversation, and thanks him. When the 15-year-old is able to
30.
save them from a steel beam that nearly hits them with his body. He stops that beam
How did he stop it?
from hitting
With
his body.
Bro, there's no way. This reminds me of
Just wait.
Bad Boys 2, and it was like, you at least 30.
You at least 30. Yeah.
You hear what'd you say, Cam?
Just wait.
Oh yeah, I
God.
believe it. I
Still,
believe it.
hey, that set it up. It was like, yo, he better at some point become a Soul Reaper, because if not, then he's just wasted talent.
Gotta.
Like, he's that 6'10" dude that's fucking in chess club. Like, what are you doing? what are you fucking doing,
That's
dude?
very funny.
That's funny. Yeah, the next day at school, Ichigo and Rukia are hanging out with his friends when Chad shows up with his new bird and a few fresh injuries from some other accidents that have happened. They
He
figure
got
out
hit by a fucking motorcycle. And
Yeah.
the driver was more in danger, more hurt than he was, more injured than he was.
and he just went to school. He just picked up his bird
That-
and continued to walk to
Chad
school.
is from fucking Krypton.
I hope his bird don't die, because I feel like the shit gonna get wrecked.
Chad is from Krypton. That's my guess.
I can absolutely see that. Yeah, he's what's his face for Omni-Man from
From Viltrum?
He's a Viltrumite. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. So yeah, Ichigo and Rukia are convinced there's something off with this bird. Rukia's like, it's probably a whole spirit just trapped within this bird's body, but we should probably help it out. And Ichigo's down because he's like, Chad helped me out. At this point, his experience with what happened to Orihime, he's totally on board with being a Soul Reaper at this point. And Chad helped him out back in the day when he got jumped for basically just having orange hair. And in this story, he explains, Chad is super strong, but he never attacks anybody back. Another Invincible type scene when the dude was like
Punching him.
Punching
With brass
him.
knucks on.
Yeah.
and he's just like, whatever.
The fuck, man.
Just hit me again.
I like that he's I guess a good guy, right?
Seems to
Fucking
be.
Android 16.
Seems to be.
Yeah, very big Android 16 energy.
I kind of didn't like Cam's look right now. I was like, if he could a good guy, Cam was just like,
He about to turn.
Yeah, don't look at Cam. He's gonna
Yeah,
get this.
Cam
spoilers.
Cam is a walking spoiler. Look at him.
Look at him.
So when they get they get back
Hey,
home.
Quincy up in here. What up, Quincy?
Oh, Q's
What up,
with us.
Q?
What's up?
"Ew, what up?"
So they get back to Ichigo's place, and of course, there's been another bad car accident involving Chad. This time when they're dressing his wounds, they notice a huge claw mark on his back. Again, probably likely from a hollow spirit that attacked him. He stays at their hospital that night, but the bird seems to be able to reach out to Ichigo's sister. Is it Karen or Karen?
I don't know the sister's name
Okay.
very well.
We'll go with Karin, and he basically gives
Thought it
her
was a boy
visions
at first, to be honest.
that make her sick. And when they wake up, they find out Chad is gone. Ichigo and Rukia go chasing after him, and at this point, Ichigo unlocks another high-level Soul Reaper ability, the ability basically to track somebody's spear energy. He just like kind of goes quiet for a
Spirit
minute
strings.
and figures out where Chad is based on his spirit string and chases him down that way. So they find him running from the hollow spirit that's haunting the cursed parakeet, and though the parakeet's begging Chad to leave him, Chad refuses. Like he's like, being tough is the only thing I'm good at, like some sort of action star line. But as Ichigo and Rukia are about to fight the hollow, as Chad runs away, Corinne appears, still feeling sick, but with a message for Ichigo. So he tries to take her home. Rukia's like, don't worry about it. I'll hold this hollow back. But with her weakened powers, she's no match for this
She
thing.
thought she had him with that 33. Curse 33.
She
I got
thought-
my powers back.
She thought. But the hollow's like, killing you is going to be no problem for me, and once I do, it's going to bring my
You
kill count up to
smell
3.
good.
So this hollow's already dispensed some Soul Reapers before, and Ichigo. The last thing we see, Ichigo is running home with his sister, and she tries to tell him like she saw the memories of the spirit trapped inside the parakeet, and it's the spirit of the small boy whose last memory was seeing his mother murdered in front of him. She begs him to basically save the boy, tell him that he can see his mother again by passing on to the other side, and that's the last message Ichigo is left with before he returns.
I smell
Very
the
uplifting,
shit.
fun show, right?
Coming.
Yeah.
I smell the
Uplifting,
shits coming.
lovely, wonderful, good feeling show.
I feel like it's like your classic spirit type show.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, man. Thank you, Rob, for the Rob's recap as always, man.
Yep.
Appreciate it, brother.
Didn't lose your stride after being removed from the recap game for a couple months.
I appreciate it because I noticed some stumbles here.
No, I mean, and it was precise. It was quick.
man.
We did a lot of talking up front. That was only what 30,
Right.
only 30-something minutes in. Still.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
are not Jordan with the Wizards jersey.
Appreciate it.
All right, y'all. Let's get to the questions here. First question. We see what you could be either a Soul Reaper or you can just be chilling if you go to the other world. Would you rather be a Soul Reaper or would you? Because I guess preface this first. My girl actually asked this question because she's actually watching this with me because she heard about Bleach growing up. She was just like, all right, I'll watch it with you.
Yeah.
And then after
She
the
liking
first-
it so far?
Bro, she was like, I'm all the way the fuck in. She's like, I don't care. I don't need to watch this with you. I'm going to be watching this if you don't want to watch it.
And it's
I
on
feel her.
Netflix too.
She's a wonderful, smart woman.
Yeah, she was all in. Because I was watching, I was kind of like, all right. She was just like, yo, I want to watch it. This was episode 5. I was like, that's not kind of how we're kind of doing it. She was just like, can I watch episode 5? I was like,
Let her get ahead.
I was just like, no, this is how shows work. So anyways, would you rather be a Soul Reaper or would you rather be chilling just in the afterlife? Now, when I ask you if you're going to be a Soul Reaper, you have your fighting skill sets you have now. I know Rob's a fucking black belt. I know that. But with your actual fighting skill sets now. So you're not going to be Ichigo out here in these streets. All right? So would you rather be a Soul Reaper or would you rather be just chilling in the afterlife the whole time, just kind of enjoying
When you
life?
say chilling in the afterlife, like,
Well,
am I one of those souls that's going around?
You wanted to, I guess, after they get stamped in the head,
Oh, I'm peaceful.
you're peaceful.
All right,
you're
good.
chilling peacefully. Or I mean, that's your choice. If you want to be peaceful, you want to be like chilling around the world, kind of like haunting people. I don't know, however you want to do it. Me personally, I'm confident in my skill sets.
Okay.
I'm confident in my fighting skill sets. But I'll be honest with you, I did my time here. I want to relax. You know what I'm saying? I want if that happens to go that way, I would rather be up there chilling, talking to the big dog up there, you know what I'm saying? However, I want to try all the foods, you know what I'm saying? I want to relax now, maybe after about like 100 and something years up there, I'll be like, all right, let me be a Soul Reaper. But
Get some time under your belt.
yeah, but I want to relax for my first probably 50 to 100 out there in the streets. Rob?
I feel like that's fair. I'm with you. I'd want to kick my feet up because like we already got to work in life, and then like imagine getting to the afterlife and being like, no,
Right.
you got to punch in. Like, no thanks. I think I'm just ready to like let it go.
She was on his ass like, yo, you either committing or you're not committing to this shit.
Yeah, me, I'm going. I'd rather be a whole spirit. Seems like for the most part, the whole spirits seem all right. They seem like they're kind of just doing their thing. I mean, especially if you get to pass on, it seems like they basically reach nirvana. She explains it of just like they reach like inner peace and they get to move on and be a part of the Soul Society. As long as she's not telling any lies, looking at Cameron and Brennan here, then everything seems pretty hunky dory in the Soul Society afterwards.
Dude, this might be too early, right? We might have picked the wrong fucking answers. To be honest,
Could have been, could have been.
Ice.
I'm being a Soul Reaper. Let's get this action. I'm be here all day. Like, I can, if there's a retirement plan with like a 401k or something like that, and I can do like you said, a 50 to 100 year stint, and after my 100 years, I can be
so
peaceful.
many people to talk to, so many rappers, so many friends. I'm sure so many friends, family members.
I'm gonna just come back with more stories.
Yeah.
And then when I get back, there'll be even more famous people to talk to when I'm done, and I can be like, I can have stories that's oh yeah, Biggie, you did this and this, but guess what? I was out here reaping souls. Like, we can have a good conversation and I can bring something to the table.
Tyler Blackburn said we should revisit this combo a few more episodes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Agreed.
Me and Cameron are just like, I don't think I should answer this question.
I figured this. Okay, I mean, yeah, Brendan's already seen it. Do you want to answer it or no?
If
I'll
no,
say-
you can't because in either
I'll
way.
say no. Look, I'm just gonna say this: is that in life right now, and the choices that I can make, I'm not choosing to be a police officer or in the military. So a Soul Reaper is pretty much in that same vein. So I probably would choose the same.
Is it?
I mean, he's seen what we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
So there's something that he's
Because
probably...
if I'm taking it at face value, I don't even get police.
Look, I'm just not a fighter in general. That's my point. Like, I'm not a fighter, and Soul Reapers fight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's fighters or not fighters. And
I
it's
mean,
like,
I'm not.
yeah,
Okay.
just stop.
Yeah.
Cam, I'm only
Give
talking.
me the bottle.
It's like I know.
Give me the bottle. Can't be trusted.
Yo, Cam got loose lips right now with this alcohol in his system. He's like, look,
No,
hit-
all I'll say is, Cameron, I'm only speaking for the 4 episodes.
Yeah.
And so
Right.
what we know so far in the 4 episodes, that is my answer.
Okay.
I would agree with
Yeah,
that.
I don't see them as. But now that you put it like that, then I would pass because I don't want to. Military is cool.
Yeah, but you putting your life on the line for other people, and some people do that. Like some people, that's what they do.
Yeah.
You're fighting for freedom. You're fighting for whatever you
I
believe.
don't
You're
need no
supposed to be fighting
dickhead
in.
being like, hey, bro, you ain't got to save me. I'm like, oh, fuck you then. I'm
No,
I'm
you're
have
not
an
fighting
issue
for them.
with that.
You're not fighting them. You're not. But either way, I'll leave.
Okay, yeah. All right. Next question. So we saw Ichigo, like he broke her spell. No human has ever done that before. He pretty much powered through that. That's when I knew he was a boss at this shit. Would you regularly fight a monster like that for your sibling? If you have a sibling, or for somebody who's ever closest to you, whether it's a cousin, an aunt, whomever it is, would you? You got a twin brother, Brendan, as we know. Oh no, would you?
Honestly, in this particular situation, I don't think I would fight it. I would try to do something smarter than that. Is what I would try to do, because there's no hope of me fighting that thing and having any kind of possible good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you saw, like, he was like, I'm about to mess you up, and it's like that thing was like, just,
Can
like, it was nothing.
Lonzo fight?
I wouldn't want to fight him. Actually, let's put my brother and I fought growing up our whole life. Because we fought every single day, which was always normally forced by me because I liked to fight as a kid. I'd say that I wouldn't underestimate him. Let's put it that way. That's what
I'll
I'll
say this. When I talked to Lonzo, it was like a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. He was just like, "Look, man, you see my face? It's too nice. I'm not here. I got piercings. I'm not here to get my
No,
face
he
messed
did
up.
say that. He's like, I'm not gonna get. He's
I'm not getting my
He's
face
gonna
messed
avoid
up
it.
for nothing.
But also, Alonzo.
But
Which
that's
means
the
he's
type of
gonna
person-
win with one
was-
punch. He's not gonna let you hit
But that's
him.
the type of guy too.
there
You
you
probably don't want no smoke with because he's kind of like, bro, I don't want to have to fight you. You pushing me here, then all right.
You don't see
Yeah.
it in like the way Alonzo moves or what he acts, but Alonzo was actually on Ice's level when it comes to like being like a hyper athlete or something like that. Like, there's very few people I've ever met that are as fast as my brother, can jump as high as he can, was as strong as he is in proportion to his body, and as specifically is as quick as he is. He's the quickest person I've ever met. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, would you want to fight that? Like, he might not overpower you, but you gonna walk away with some scars. So
Sure.
like, all that to say is that I would try to do the smartest thing in that moment, which probably wouldn't be fighting, but I would definitely do something to help my sibling. Like I would have threw the chair. Like I would throw the chair, distract, and then try to drag away.
That's kind of also tough too in a particular moment. Is you're not thinking to be probably necessarily even smart at that particular moment.
Yeah, I mean, for me though, like I think I'm good in the moment, like in the sense
Okay.
of like I have like for better or for worse, whenever something big emotional happens to me, I have a delayed reaction. So it's like like finding out somebody, like one of my family members passed, or somebody breaking up with me, or like, you know, or me breaking up with somebody, like the emotion doesn't hit me right away. There's a delayed response. And so that makes it so that I have a very clear head in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Whenever something's going on. So that works really well for like emergency situations, but like having a girlfriend, that is not like or something like that. That's not a good look, because she's like, I want to see you feel this. I'm like, tomorrow, baby, I swear, you know. But that's just how my emotions work. Like it really does. There's a delayed onset reaction.
You got a paragraph coming
I would like
tomorrow.
You know, like, you know, rest. Like I said, like for example, Serene specifically, you know, Tony Baker's son. I knew it was very sad, and I was very sad the day of. But none of my tears fell till the next day. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it works for me. Like I was just sitting in the office and just like blam, it just hit me. You know, kind of thing. So.
All right, Ice.
Yeah, I'm definitely 100% reckless. I don't give a fuck. It's my sister, man. I'm going. She is one of the greatest aunties I ever seen. The way she's shown up for me as a sister, but the way she's shown up for me being, you know, away from my son, and her being able to like represent me. And pick up Icy and be with Icy and be with my son while I'm gone, and make sure that I talk to him when they're together, and just like how she has represented me since I've been in LA, her and my mom, but like how my sister, she is auntie of the year, so anything pulls up on my sister, I'm going reckless. That's just what it's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm with because I should have probably let Rob go next, but I remember he doesn't. But we'll get to it. Yeah, I'm with Ice, man. My brother is like, that's my dog, man. Yep. And big or small, 6'7", 340.
We fight.
I'm swinging. Like there's no. If I gotta grab the brick first.
Yep.
If I gotta grab.
You say you gonna Friday him?
Yeah.
Aaron Donald. Hey man, we fighting Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald pulled up. Yeah, he getting hit with a golf club, whatever I can find closest to me.
That's one of the most terrifying human beings I can imagine.
Miles Garrett. I saw them talk about Miles Garrett in the chat. Miles Garrett. Hey man,
I would actually be more scared to fight like a heavyweight MMA fighter than I would an NFL player.
Of course. Of course. I mean, for me, I'm probably going to go, and if it's somebody like Aaron Donald or even Miles Garrett, I'm going straight for like a knee or something like that, because this is your career. Yep. And so it's like, when I go for that, it's like you might I'm like, yo, back off. But yeah, I'm 100% confident. I feel like when I tap into a different also rage or something like that,
sure.
Like I don't care to lose. Like I'll lose and I'll be right back. I don't give a fuck about that
till you kill me.
Yeah, that's how I kind of look at it. Rob.
Yeah, I'm kind of more I think in Brennan's camp, where I'm just like, I don't know if I would do what Ichigo did and just like run out and start swinging, but I might try to be like the guy with the flare in Jurassic Park trying to get the T-Rex, especially if I know that like, hey, that thing is here because it's after me. I might try to like lure it somewhere else, like get it away from my family, especially get it away from my family's house. But like, man, in that situation, especially like this is the first monster I've ever seen like this before, and this girl shows up and is just like, hey, these monsters are out here like eating people's souls. I'm like, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm dealing with right now.
I do feel some type of way that the only child agreed with me. In the podcast, Rob's like, I ain't got no siblings, so yeah, it's Jurassic Park shit. Like Brennan said, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, Lonzo and Raina. I take it back.
Join me.
Join me in being an only child.
Yeah, you can have what I have.
Nothing.
Trying to get that shine gun.
All right, so next question. Are you buying how you say
Rukia?
Rukia's?
Yeah.
Rukia.
Okay, you're not gonna be butchering his name, y'all. I'm sorry about that. Rukia's story that cleansing hollows allows them to pass to the Soul Society, or do you think she was just trying to make Ichigo feel better? Rob.
I feel like this is another one that Cam is facing the wall, and Brennan probably gonna do the same. As soon as she told this story, I was like, that sounds awfully convenient for what you want this man to do right now. That's just like, oh, and by the way, no, don't worry, you don't actually kill the hollows. They also get to go on. Like, why didn't you bring that up before when you were telling him this? Why wouldn't, like you say earlier when he's just like, oh, like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to take this guy down. She's just all of a sudden she's like, no, don't worry about it. He'll go to the Soul Society too. And maybe even hoping that the spirit himself would be like, oh, if I just do this, I'll pass on to the Soul Society. I'll be all good. I don't know if I'm buying this. I definitely think that there's a lot that Rukia is not telling us at this point.
I'm with Rob. I'll keep my answers pretty short. Maybe I'm not that. Maybe I wasn't that gullible at his age or whatever the case may be. I just would have been like, something don't seem right. I'm gonna do this because I want to, but something don't seem right.
I would like, take me there. Where's the Soul Society? Let's go. Like, I know you can't. What's the coordinates? I know you have to stay here, but let me go check it out. Something's wrong here. But I don't believe that shit. Not at all.
Her energy was just not trustworthy.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, at all.
I don't think, and please do not turn your faces, Brennan and Cam, but I don't think these guys are good. I don't think Soul Reapers are the good guys. And if they're not, if they are, there's a lot of corruption.
Or it's not good or bad, or really. They're not good necessarily, but they're not bad. I mean, they're not bad, but they're not necessarily good.
It's like
either.
there's some ulterior motives amongst the Soul Reapers. I feel like
They're the government.
Yeah.
You can never fully trust the government.
The Soul
True.
Reavers are the TVA of this particular show.
Yeah.
Fucking Cam, dog.
I'm not. I'm
He
looking
said
straight.
that Cam
I'm looking
can't
straight
wait.
at the camera because I know Cam is
Yeah, I
on some
can't.
shit right now.
I'm just looking at the monitor here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
You're gonna do the rest of
cool,
this
cool.
episode with your back turned up, bro. I mean, Brennan,
I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. What do you? Next question. What do you think the cast members will be doing if they were ghosts? Ice.
Keenan, I feel like he'd be at a comedy club and just like if comedians are trash, he'll be fucking like throwing shit at them.
Oh, what?
He'd
This
be
is not even my personality.
Not throwing shit at him, not at the actual comedian like fucking him up, but just like doing shit that's like, all right, man, this man is garbage. Like, get this man out of here. Like, it'll be something with the comedy clubs. Like, all the comedy clubs that was showing him love, he'd be good to them. But like any person that like any comedy person that like fucked with him, I feel like he'd be just out there just doing mischievous stuff, not nothing that's like fucking them up or messing up their money or nothing like that. Rob, I feel like Rob would probably just be he would just make sure that like, I don't know, I just see Rob doing something like making sure all the like cats are safe. Like cats of all things.
I'm not gonna lie, that's probably pretty accurate.
Yeah, Rob loves
I
cats.
do love cats.
I feel like Rob is just like, he will be the cat protector. You know, cats be able to see spirits and shit.
They just look up?
Yeah, so they would be able to feel him, and he was just making sure that there would be no stray cats. Brennan, there's so many different things that I could have said that he would do, but I think that he would just I guess let me see the best way to put this. If his businesses, which I'm sure would be a thing, if we talking about right now, he would just make sure that shit is still running. Like without like if somebody do some bullshit in a meeting, he would like flip something and be like, no, that's not what we're doing. And everybody's like, oh, that's Brennan. He says no. Like Tony would be like, oh, that's Brennan. We're not gonna do that then. Sorry, Brennan. Like everybody would know that he's there. Like Brennan would make sure his presence is known.
Brennan.
Ice would be hanging out by trash cans. I think that.
God damn.
Damn, I'm fucking
Yeah, it's just like, yo.
transient. Yeah, that's what I am. Oscar the Grouch.
I actually had the thought of Oscar the Grouch. Rob would, without question, I mean, depending on how he died and who died with him, I'd say Rob, without question, would be just like following Andrea around all day. His fiance, because he's engaged.
He's engaged.
You guys didn't know.
You
If
better
you
not
didn't
fuck
know.
with anybody else.
Yeah. Rob was just following her around. Right? Don't you look at that man. Like, and I think Keenan, what would Keenan be doing? I think Keenan would be like a prankster ghost, because he likes making people laugh so much that I think that Keenan would just be like the ghost that just like makes like the Murphy's Law. He'd be like Murphy's Law for people that he didn't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's all the time, but he'd do it in a funny way. Like, he probably occasionally follow us around. Like, he just switch between people and just be like, you know what? Brennan's gonna have a bad day today. You know, like that kind of shit.
Wow.
Wow.
That's funny. I guess I'll just go off that. I'll be honest with you. Let me just say what I said I was. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be looking at these. I'll be like, these women are beautiful. I'll be like, I'll be hollering at ghost chicks and whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
Ghost chicks.
I personally think for Brennan, it's funny.
You said that was me?
No, I said that's what I'll be doing.
Oh, that's you.
For me.
Okay,
You
yeah.
said I wouldn't be throwing stuff at people or nothing
Not
like that.
at the, but I think you'd be calling. I think you'd be at a comedy club for sure.
Let me see. I think Brennan. I feel like Brennan. He's just so competitive. He's not gonna. That's not gonna go away as a ghost. I think he's gonna. You're gonna see why the fuck is Smash Brothers? Who cut Smash Brothers on? Who the fuck? Who did this? this.
Controller just like floating.
You're just gonna see a controller slide, get thrown into your chest. You're like, what? Who threw this controller at my chest? Now y'all playing. He gonna still be wanting to play. He gonna still be wanting to.
I'll be the
compete.
level 9 computer. It's like, why can't we ever beat the K rule?
Be like, damn, this dude is
That'd be
incredible.
funny.
For me, Rob is very. What I love about Rob is he's about his business, about his shit. We were trying to get this stuff going early at a certain particular time, and when we didn't get at the time, Rob was like, "Fuck, man!" Like he walked out of the room like, "Just give me a second, bro."
Yeah.
He's gonna make sure, like, I think he's gonna be the one that makes sure shit is still organized. Like if
Rob is very orderly. If you mess up Rob's order, there's hell to pay.
yeah, Rob has hit me
like-
a few times like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this or whatever case, or let me. This is how I kind of operate, so I want to do it like this." I'm just like, all right. I'm not as structured as him, so I'm always kind of loose with stuff like that.
I'd like to be prepared.
All I'm
Yeah.
gonna say is Rob is literally the person in my life I've met that puts more structure to things than anybody else I've ever met.
Let me tell you something. The transit picture calendar is still gonna be a fucking go when Rob is gone. He's gonna that whole
funny.
shit.
If all the rooms will still be booked through Rob.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Like, who did this? He's like, I didn't even know. I didn't put it in the calendar. And you're like, Rob, you just see, you just know it's Rob by how he does things. Man, Ice, I don't. Just for kicks, Ice is going to just. How do I say this?
Hang out by trash cans.
See, I can't. It's hard for me to say what I want to say without.
Hey man, I'm single, bro.
Okay, fuck it. Ice gonna go. All the chicks he was a fuck boy too. He gonna continue. He gonna continue fucking with their life. He gonna be just. He gonna be sending them a text message still, and he'll be like, "I thought he was gone. He was like, how did he?" I'm like, "Yeah, come on. Good morning." Text to just all his old chicks still. He gonna be that guy still. Just making
First of all, he don't say good morning. He's a Grand Rising's queen kind of guy. Like, there's no good mornings coming from this brother. Look at him.
Yo, you up? He you up? Text still. What you mean?
Grand Rising's queen.
He gonna be the ghost. He gonna be the
Risings.
ghost that's gonna be like masturbating his ex chick still, and just be sitting there
my
like,
God.
I don't know how I
Oh, my
climaxed.
God.
Yeah, Ice did that. Rob,
What the fuck?
Oh my God.
Grand Rising's queen.
Grand
Grand
Rising.
Risings.
Who was that comedian? Who was that? Forgot her name.
I don't
She was on Keep Your
No,
Distance.
yeah, she did that. Oh man,
That was
that was one of the funniest sets I've ever seen. Oh my
Yes.
god, I remember that. Oh man, that's why that Grand Rising got stuck in me because of how she was doing it.
I say Grand Rising, so good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So
Toe
I'll
tag.
just go down. I'll go down the line. I feel like Keenan, I feel like is going to try to be getting answers to questions he always had. I feel like Keenan's
Wait.
going to be going to like Area 51.
Yeah.
Keenan's going to be going to the Pentagon.
That's a good one.
Keenan's going to be going to the White House and being like, no, but what's the story behind the story?
God
Yeah.
damn.
He's
that's
going to be
accurate.
getting to the bottom. Brennan, I think anybody who doesn't say Brennan doesn't just spend the rest of his afterlife finding whales and watching them is kidding themselves. Brennan is going to track down every like breed or species of whale he's never seen.
I mean, I don't have to breathe under if I don't have to have a body, so
Yeah,
I'm just be chilling under the water.
Just
with
going
him.
on a search.
True.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be lit.
And then Ice, I feel like Ice is gonna be doing it all. I feel like every time I talk to Ice and get into what Ice is doing, he's just like he's got another thing he's working on. I feel like Ice is just gonna be like, what haven't I done yet?
Yeah.
And that's what he's gonna be doing. He's gonna be going down the list until he's done it all and ready to move on.
Yeah.
So the trash thing probably will happen.
At one point, on a list of infinity, all things are possible, right? Like
I say
He
things
just
are.
wanted
I
to-
always say things are trash. I just want to be trash for a day.
maybe it's not so bad. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely. Your dad. I think. Yeah, I feel like. Damn, Rob. I feel like Rob always puts a hell
He's
of
very.
thought.
He's very
Yeah.
thoughtful. He's very
Yeah.
thoughtful.
Okay. So next question. Have you came across an item or a person that you thought was cursed? What did you do with it, or did you stay connected to that person, Rob?
So absolutely, I do think things are cursed. I actually got a gift. We all got a gift from Keenan. These Demon Slayer figures.
Kept it on your person?
I brought it here. Again, if you're watching this live stream, you can see this. This Water Hashira figure. I was so excited to get this, and I put it on my desk, laid it down. I came to the office the next day. Phone fell out of my pocket, slammed that thing in the door. Phone absolutely destroyed. I'm like, shit. All right, I'll go into the office. I walk into the office. The sprinkler pipe has busted in the middle of the night, and there is standing water on the ground as water's continuing to leak from the ceiling. We get that mopped up. The next day, the hot water heater in the building we are in explodes. and gets the carpet wet and all that. Kylis, one of the people that works here, a water pipe in his building explodes in the wall in the middle of the night, and he has water rushing out. It wasn't until I gave this guy a place of honor. I stood him up. I apologized for not standing him up because I can't get rid of this. Because if I get rid of him, he's gonna be in my bed.
He's coming for your ass.
He's coming for me.
Wait. So he was laying down.
He was laying down. So now I have him hanging up on the wall in a place of honor. And luckily, no more water incidents.
Wait. Didn't you say you had water issue too, Cam?
Yeah, my hot water heater broke.
Cam had. Oh, see,
Same. All in that same fucking week.
all water related. As soon as this guy showed up,
The water
so
Hashira.
he's been placed in a place of honor. I have him on my persons now. You have to watch him.
Hey Rob, what's his name?
Is it Ginyu?
Giyu.
Giyu. Yeah, just make sure you honor that motherfucker.
Yeah, it's true.
Learn his name.
I'm so
'cause-
sorry.
I don't have any items on me. But I'm just real big on stuff like that. If somebody tells me something is cursed, I don't fuck with it.
Yep.
I kind of believe in voodoo and voodoo dolls.
Yep.
I don't rock with none. If you tell me it's cursed, I don't play with it. I don't joke around. I don't break it. I don't toss it. I don't throw it anywhere. I 100% believe in cursed items. I will move out of a place if I feel like some shit is cursed in my house and it just won't go away. I will move. I don't give a shit.
You'll break a lease? You'll break a lease in
I
LA?
would. Oh shit!
That's
In Los Angeles,
what's more important, your soul or your credit? Right?
That's a good question.
I might have taken that L. I might have taken that L on that curse. I might have taken that L on that curse for that one.
You just start, I'm going to be here, motherfucker.
6 more months.
Oh man.
Ice.
I haven't really. I'm from Creole descent, so again, to what Keenan was saying, voodoo and all that stuff, curses is really
No
something.
games.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that. You say it's that, even if you joking, I'm good. But one thing I guess the closest to me is like my car. Everybody was like, "What's the name of your car?" And I call it the fucking Omen because like the first month of me having that car, like everything happened to it. I had a tire pop out. I had AC went out. This is a brand new car at the time, in 2015. And it was just like, I went through like all of my tires went out at some point in a like 5 to 6 week span.
Jeez.
And I was just like, and every time I was like in the middle of nowhere and super stranded. And, as the guys can attest to, shit is always happening to my car to where it's like, I text a group like I'll be sending pictures like, just so y'all know I'm not bullshitting y'all. Like, this is my car is on some shit. But it's paid off, and I don't want to do another payment, so that's kind of why I'm not getting a new one. But that's something that I feel like is like, man, like ever since I had that shit, it's been on some shit.
Brandon. You're well traveled too, so I feel like you would.
It's funny, actually. I couldn't even think of anything. Like, I don't really subscribe to that. Like the voodoo or the curse items or.
If somebody says they got a voodoo doll of you, you just kind of like, sure, buddy. Like, I'm not afraid of that.
Yeah, that's exactly how he would react.
Yeah, I don't.
Wow.
I just wouldn't care.
That's wild.
How would you react, Keenan, if somebody said they had a voodoo doll of you?
I'm going to be calm. And then if I feel like I can physically take them, I'm going to take them. And I'm going to get that. I'm going to try to find somebody and be like, how do I undo this or whatever the case may be. Go ahead, Brandon.
No, I was just saying, I don't subscribe to it. Like, I think that for every action in the universe, there is a reaction. So if you
Okay.
put out good vibes and good energy, that comes back. So like,
I feel like Rob put out good vibes.
Yeah.
And
Right.
the water sure
man,
didn't play no
I'm
game.
saying you should see how Robin treated me today. I wouldn't call that good vibes.
Okay.
I do
So-
want. Now that you say this, I got a question. You know how you give everybody shit? Has that ever been misconstrued as like you are being a fucked up person, or has everybody been open to you being the way that you are?
I think I've been misinterpreted a lot, like in first impressions with people. But I don't think I've ever missed out on a relationship because of it. Because typically I'm pretty good at being strategic about when I do it, in the sense of like, a great example. One of my business partners, Dominic, he worked with me on the Travel Channel show. Small group, 6 people on a show. You travel to a bunch of different places all over the country, shoot a bunch of crap. And he did not like me when we first met because, I talk a lot of shit. And he's just like, he's a quiet person. He's a reserved person.
Yeah.
And so I was really trying to get him to talk to me. He didn't give a fuck. Like, he just gave me nothing. He just didn't like me because he's like, every person I've ever met in my life that talks as much as you is normally on bullshit. But over time, he had to be around me. You know what I'm saying? He had to be around me for all this time. And like over the course of a few months, he was just like, I don't think he's been on bullshit once.
Mm.
You know, he's talking a lot, but you know, outside of just the general shit talking for fun, which is obviously something he's doing for fun, and everybody else is enjoying it. Brennan's been on that real shit, and he was just like, you know what? Matter of fact, like now he's like one of my best friends.
Yep.
You know, so I think it's just a matter of like I think I might have rubbed people the wrong way like when I first meet them because they don't know how to take me because I'm a lot.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm like, if you can't handle me like when you first meet me like that, you're not gonna be able to handle this relationship. So like it doesn't really concern me.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, I mean, I might have missed out on some opportunities for it, but I can't think of any time like somebody was trying to fight me. Like the closest situation is like there was a record label that I worked with one time, and the record label executive, like one of the owners, was like talking shit with me and playing like wanted to play me in NBA 2K, and like I was like, you don't want to, okay. And he do it, and he was talking all this shit, and so like, all right, cool. And I was like, I called him a hoe or something like that while we were playing, and his child was in the room. Like his 10 or 11-year-old son was in the room, and I called him a hoe when I beat him or something like that. And he was just like he like took me outside. He was like, bro, like you can't do that in front of my son and blah blah blah. I was like, bro, you just called me a bitch, like you know.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like
it
it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? So like he just wasn't fucking with me, and I was just like, I could care less about your male fragility. Like I do not care. Like you came at me talking shit.
You came out the gate with the bitch.
You hit me with a bitch. A hoe ain't nowhere near as bad
That's
as
what
a
I'm
bitch.
saying. So I'm just like,
no.
I didn't care, but that's one time like talking shit like upset somebody, and I was just like, I don't care. If you don't like me or whatever, like you wanted to hire my production company. Like I didn't come to you to work.
I thought you jumped at the window and said hoe. I would have been like, you wildin'. But nah. After that, don't try to be tough in front of your son and call me a bitch in front of your son. And then when I smoke your ass out,
his response to that was like, no, I said you was being like a bitch. I didn't say you was a
either
bitch.
or, to be honest.
And I'm just like, what?
Because
Like,
that's better.
thanks,
Right.
bro.
Yeah. Okay, that was everybody, right?
Yeah.
All right, so next question. Would you rather be a soul reaper or a demon slayer? Ice.
I'd definitely be a soul reaper so far, just because I feel like the stakes aren't as high.
I mean, because we know what the fuck happens in Demon Slayer. That's why. We know what the fuck happens.
That was very funny. Like the stakes. The stakes.
Yeah,
We're about to have like a game of spoiler chicken here.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I forgot to say that up front. Spoilers, of course, always.
Yeah, I don't think I won't go too deep into Demon Slayer.
No, don't say anything
or
about it. No, you
But
won't at all.
I won't say
I will
that.
spoil all of Bleach.
No. But yeah, the stakes, even just from the first season, the stakes in the first season of Demon Slayer far surpass what I've seen in like the worst case scenario is I live a peaceful death. I become a soul and I get peacefully gone away. That's it.
No, it
Or
says Soul Reaper, so you have to be either.
I'm already dead because I'm a soul reaper, right? Well, no, because
He's not-
Ichigo's
Ichigo's
not
not
dead.
dead, yeah.
No, I'm saying so. Yeah, worst case scenario is like I die, and my soul goes because if like somebody's there,
Yeah.
they can release my soul and I can be straight.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer is like no, like the shit that I would wish I was dead. The shit that they go through, like I would wish I was dead. The stuff that the demons do, fuck that. Hell yeah, Soul Reaper all the way.
Rob.
I'm thinking off the bat, Soul Reaper, but because at least so far what we've seen, it seems like Soul Reapers have much more at their disposal than even just what we've seen so far than what the Demon Slayers have. The Demon Slayers got their sword and their skills with it. End of list.
Yeah.
Soul Reapers, at least what we've seen so far, they got spells, they got their sword, they can even like, maybe have some magic items there. I mean, obviously we're just scraping the surface of like the world building and the lore, and it goes hundreds of episodes deep. But I'm just like, it just feels like the Soul Reapers have a bigger bag of tricks.
Yep.
And it's just like, for the Demon Slayers, if you aren't at the top of your game,
Yeah.
If you're not a Hashira, even sometimes when you
Even
are.
the pillars.
sometimes
Yeah.
it's just it can be your day.
Yeah.
So I'm going with the Soul Reapers so far.
It'd be your day.
Brennan.
I mean, I'll join the consensus. I think, as Rob said, the best is that I think Soul Reapers got more in the bag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get a Zanpakuto. Toe. You know what I'm saying? Like, and y'all don't even really know what that means yet. But all I'm gonna say is you get a Zanpakuto. Toe. Like
The mask?
they just give you, huh?
The mask?
That's the
That's
sword.
the
sword.
Oh, my
Yeah,
the
but-
Hollows have the mask.
Yeah, the Hollows have the mask.
Right.
And so like, what's wild? Just don't even.
Okay,
Just stop.
sorry.
I know what you're doing. Just stop. Just stop. Just let it
You
stop.
see the wheels turning.
Yeah, Keenan watches too much fucking anime clips. That's the problem.
Me? You showed me, motherfucker. What are you
You
talking
have to
about?
see it.
No, I didn't.
All right, well, you like
I'm-
spoilers.
I'm-
All right, so hold on. But just to finish,
Yeah.
all I'll say is that I think that it's just in Demon Slayer is like in this show, you get a Zanpakuto with powers and shit, and like you can do shit with it. In Demon Slayer, they're like, here's a sword that changes colors.
Yep.
Like now work really, really, really hard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You get a mood ring sword, and it's like, good luck, kid.
Yeah, cut this rock with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Get out
what?
there, be somebody.
Because I don't know if you guys know yet. I feel like we've already talked about this, but just in case we haven't, all the water and the fire and the lightning, that's artistic expression.
Yeah,
They
that's
don't
not
really-
actually powers.
They don't
Yeah.
have none of that.
They're just
It's-
slashing
it's
through
a,
shit.
It's a motherfucker with a sword. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all. So I didn't mean to break your hearts if you didn't know that yet, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty obvious. It's just like, he hits him with a sword, he hits him with a sword.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, like, if it was actually water, then there would be water left on the ground, or water would wash
Which would
them
be
away.
Or should it be
Hard.
fire
That'd be
burnt?
so
yeah,
hard.
that would be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Not
say,
better.
or fire, even the fire here. Like,
It'd
I
be
mean,
like flames everywhere.
Yeah,
That-
he
in the
just-
forest, because they fought in the forest.
yeah.
Yeah.
That whole forest would be
He embodies
Done.
he embodies
Fire.
what flames are. He doesn't
Yeah.
actually have flames.
Yeah.
delicious.
Ah, see what you did there. That was dope. I like that.
I think I personally just because since y'all chose the same thing, I'll just go different. I'll shoot the Demon Slayers.
Okay.
No powers. Every risk in the world.
All the
I'm going.
Certain
I'm just
death.
going. I'm going off that I would be a pillar, and then this is what I would do. As soon as I get smashed, whatever. As soon as I get destroyed, right? Right. As soon as I get, I don't know no words. I can't say beat. I can't say any of them, right?
Yeah.
As soon as I lose,
There you go.
There you go.
There it is.
As soon as I lose, and who was Upper Moon 4 from the movie?
3.
3. Upper Moon 3 from the movie. Spoilers alert, of course. I'll just be like, yo, bro, I'll take you on that offer. When he was just like, hey, you want to join us? You fire. You nice with the hands. I'm
We
like,
could fight for the rest of ever.
yeah, I'm like, well, fuck it then. Like,
Let's do it then.
I'm not gonna
Where
win
that,
this.
where that blood at? Where that
I'll be like,
blood
cool with
at?
me. Let's just, that.
So for the record, Keenan is
Don't
the
trust Keenan.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like Keenan's the Kevin Durant of this podcast.
What's wrong with Kevin Durant is going to go down as one of the greatest players.
Where do I
Also
get
ever
my
played it.
ring?
Bro,
As
they
a
lost
snake.
in the finals
As
to
a
the
snake.
Warriors. And the next season, he goes and plays on the Warriors.
Yeah, the Western Conference.
I don't know if anyone's ever done some shit like
that
that.
was
Dog.
trash. I'm an OKC fan, so I'll be here the next 30
On the-
minutes going in on KD.
On
so,
the lower level, I think that's probably happened. But on that particular scale,
Yeah,
if
he's
you
the
call-
best player on his team. Gets
Yep.
beat in the finals and then
The Western
goes
Conference Finals,
and then lost in the Western Conference Finals to them.
Up 3-1, and he's the one that turns the ball over with 2 minutes left, fucking twice. He is the reason they lost.
You're right. I'm never gonna get over you calling me the fucking Kevin
Thank
Durant
you.
of Demon Slayer, dog. That is just so
The
fucking
Kevin
funny,
Durant of
dog.
the podcast. He gonna come to us say, "I got a meeting, guys. Hey, it was another anime podcast.
Hey.
They saw us.
And guess what? They're the greatest.
I would never do that, guys. I promise. I
Yeah, they
wouldn't.
like but they were paying for
We
it.
say
Like,
we say Kevin Durant's name enough times, he's gonna show up. He's got time on the internet.
That burner account coming out, y'all.
Yeah.
ah, no.
I'm sorry, I lost track again. Everybody went or
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So next question. What's your perception of the Grim Reaper? What is your perception of what the Grim Reaper is, Brennan?
I think the Grim Reaper is really interesting because he's the Grim Reaper, he, she, however you want to look at it, is depicted in so many cultures in so many ways, representing death in a physical manifestation, a personification of death. So even from watching a show that we did before, Castlevania, it's personified in there at some point. Even the El Dia de los Muertos, like what's it called? Christmas Story. You know what I'm saying? Death is depicted in so many ways in so many cultures. And so for me, like to have it be a part of anime in this specific type of way, I found to be very interesting. And so, I mean, for me personally, I just think I always think Death is a cool character, no matter where Death is.
True.
I'm
Yeah.
always, like, it's just like the powers that Death has always varies. It's like sometimes it's like everything it touches decays. Sometimes as soon as Death touches you with a scythe, it cuts your bond between your soul and your body. You know
Miss
what I'm
my
saying?
Uncle Charles,
So-
though.
Right. So for me, I always find Death to be like the great equalizer in all things that it's in.
Are you afraid of death?
I was actually I think about that a lot. I refuse to be afraid of death, and the reason I refuse to be afraid of death is because it's assured. Is that like no matter what, I know I'm going to die, and so for me to fear something that is inevitable means that I'm wasting energy and time on something that I can't change.
That's a fucking great way to look at
Are you
it.
afraid
feel
of how
like-
you're gonna die?
No,
Okay,
I feel like
'cause I can't
Yvonne-
control that either.
This show is gonna bring some Evangelion-esque conversations around
Yeah.
death
Yeah,
for
Yeah.
sure.
I can see that.
So
Rob.
You know, probably my favorite depiction of the Grim Reaper is actually from Yu Yu Hakusho. Botan is the girl with the blue hair is actually supposed to be the Grim Reaper. She's the
From
guy
where?
from Yu Yu Hakusho. The
Oh, really?
she's supposed to be
Yeah,
death.
yeah.
She's she escorts the spirits from our world to the next. And I always thought, like, I mean, if Death is just gonna be like some cute girl with blue hair, like that's not too bad. I mean, she even like she gets along, she's down, she helps him out. Like, you know, she's a spirit guide and a helper. Like, I'm down all the way.
Also, Death Note was brought up because that whole show was about Shinigami or Death Soul Reapers.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I even noticed when
Wise
'cause
one.
watching the dub, or I'm sorry, the sub. That whenever they would say Soul Reaper instead, I heard Shinigami,
Right.
which stood out to me. But yeah, Botan with I always thought that'd be a cool way to look at it, just because, like, you know, it makes Death, like you were saying, Brennan, like not so scary, because so often it's just like the tall dude, like the skeleton,
The
with
hooded,
the hood,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and like the sickle, and just like it's the one thing we all, like you were saying, it's the one thing that's promised to all of us. You know, it doesn't matter how healthy you eat, how fast you run, like eventually death will come for you. So, you know, just embrace it and just try to make it a celebration. You know,
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm more worried about suffering than I am about dying.
Right. I can see that. Understand.
Like drowning.
No, I'm like slowly going through the stages of cancer or
Yeah.
you know, something like that.
yeah.
Man, you know, because it always gets presented, like you said, as a very scary thing, and I was going to just say that too. It's always the cat in the hood that's a skeleton, and I want to know where did that come from? Like, first of all, who put that out there? Because that's like literally like in most cartoons and movies that's the look of it. And if there's even that type of person or anything like that, because
Even in cartoons, the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's funny. They gave a Jamaican accent. to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
That shit is so funny.
That
Somebody's like, "Yo, Death, Jamaican accent, perfect." I'm going to kill you.
I always think about, even when it comes to like you know, death and that type of stuff, is I guess your body kind of like a vessel, and your soul and energy never dies. So it's kind of just like your soul gets, it's like death is pulling your soul out and be like, all right, bro, that was your time. All right, you got about another day or two to prepare for your next vessel that you're gonna be jumped into. You know, like, so you're never, it's like you're never truly, I guess, dead. You know
No
what I'm
one
saying?
ever really dies.
No one ever-
NERD.
NERD, no one ever really dies. And
Energy only gets transferred.
yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, it's true that it's energy. So I remember I was kind of thinking about that when I know when Nipsey Hussle passed. When I went over there to that area, you know, where his store was, and it was like a very like weird cloud of like of energy, and then people were kind of just saying, like, everybody kind of in that area at the time we were all over there was like they all felt the same shit. Like, it was like you had people that were just like, I felt the same exact thing. Like, I know exactly what you're saying. So I always feel like it's just like, you know, your spirit gets, you know, taken out. Death is like, all right, bruh, you got a few days to kind of just chill, relax, and then you're gonna go back out there in these streets and either try to figure this shit out or whatever the case may be. Ice.
Yeah. Growing up, I remember being on the plane. The first time I was ever on the plane, they had they have the movies and stuff, and the movie I was watching was called The Big Fish.
Oh yeah.
Love
and-
that movie.
Yeah.
Awesome fucking movie. And I think one thing that kind of like how my mind works now, looking at death, is like a lot through that movie when they went to that old man and as a kid. And then, like, every kid except one didn't want to know how they died. And then the dude showed them how he died. And then all throughout life, the kid that knew how he died, crazy stuff would happen to him. And he'd be like, this isn't how I die.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to be okay. This isn't how I died. And I always think about certain situations that I'm in that are, like, life-threatening. And I'm like, this ain't how I go. I just feel it. And I don't know how I go, but I just sometimes in life, that's how I approach it. Like, I still got at least 60 years up under me. And as far as like how death looks, I do feel like there's such thing from like a Grim Reaper perspective. I see it as a dude with the scythe and the hoodie, but I feel like he or she is like a comedic dude or a lady, and it's like, hey fam, your time is up, player. Like,
Especially if it's like your soul doesn't actually die. It's kind
Yeah.
of just like, oh man, don't worry about it, bro. Like,
Yeah.
awesome, yeah.
I feel like it. I feel like like the memes they have. It's like, hey man, you swear to God that you know you didn't have no girls in your phone, and I'm here to collect, homie. Like I think it's
The
something.
bill
something like
comes due.
That. Yeah, like, hey, all them times you put it on your mama and you was lying. what's up, big dog? I think it's just something like that, and that's how I envision. hopefully that death looks.
Okay. So last question. It seems like it depends on what type of life you're living, good or bad. That might determine whether you're a hollow or a whole. I'm not sure yet. It seems like I don't know how these hollows are becoming, or just starting out just automatically evil. Sure, we're gonna get to that. I saw the smile, saw Cam's face. Cam cannot fucking hide his face, dog. I'm in direct eye line with Cam, so I can't help it.
That's funny. I've been blocking him out this entire.
Yeah.
I'm just happy Cam's enjoying the show.
Yeah.
But think about this though. Cam has all this knowledge, and he's only what 30 plus.
31 episodes.
31
I'm just saying that what you
episodes
guys saw in
in.
these 4 episodes is nothing compared to everything I've seen. so
And
far.
that the
Yeah.
level is 366, and he has all this
the
knowledge.
level,
31.
There's
Like
So he
everything,
hasn't
like, I'm
even.
remembering
It's shit
things
that
that you guys
Brennan
are telling
know
me
that
because so much
Cam
has
don't
happened.
even know.
yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like for me,
Like,
like
oh,
I watched
yeah,
these
that
4 episodes
happened.
again, and I was just like, I didn't remember. All I remembered was the sister getting attacked.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was it.
Once
Like all
you
these other things we're talking about, I'm like, I didn't remember none of that
Once
shit.
you get 100 and some episodes in of any show, I think you're gonna forget a lot.
Well, he's
of
at
stuff.
30. He's
gotta
just like,
have
I don't remember none of
the
that.
Tory
One thing I
Rama.
will say is one thing actually that I realized having you guys recap the episodes is keep track of everything that happens because things
all
are
comes
things
back.
are echoed throughout
Everything,
The series.
Okay.
everything
That's
that
tough,
happens in the
man, 'cause
show.
I'm like, when I was in math class, I just be like, I remember what was next, and then that was it, and that was out of it. All right, so back to the question.
They're asking for a cam.
Oh yeah, I've been saying we need it.
We need a cam.
the cam. So yeah, depending on if you're living a good life or a bad life, that might determine if you're a whole or a hollow. Would you be able to confidently say, with the life that you have lived and that you are living currently, that you will be a whole or a hollow? Man, I can almost confidently say that I would be. The whole is the spirit, regular spirit, right?
Correct.
Right.
I can almost. I feel like I can. If what I've done.
You're talking a lot, Keenan.
Right, you talking about me and the
Just answer the
racist.
question, Keenan.
Just answer the
I
fucking
feel like
question.
I feel like I can confidently say I would be a whole, even with some of the stuff that I did that was bad. Because a lot of the stuff I did that was bad. I think I did a lot of bad shit like at a young age, like at before 13. I think after when I had a teenager, I did some bad shit, of course, but it wasn't. I don't think it was shit like, "Hey, bruh, you ain't gonna see the heavens, dog." It was kind of just like, like I stole some basketball cards or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, or some other stuff, but I won't get into that. But it wasn't too crazy. But I broke into a house in an apartment complex when I was like 8, and we just terrorized the whole shit and everything. Like it was. An 8-year-old shouldn't be doing that.
An 8-year-old shouldn't be unsupervised long enough to be able to do that.
I mean, when you got both parents at work, I mean,
Yeah, I get. I
to
mean,
make
I'm not,
money.
I'm not,
Yeah, absolutely.
I said
though.
should. I didn't say like, yeah.
My brother used to watch me
situation
like
to
at 6
situation.
years old. It was you shouldn't be doing none of that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I feel like I can confidently say I would be a whole. Rob,
Yeah, I feel I can also say the same. I think pretty confidently that I think not only me, but I think all of us here probably would be. I think unless of course we were turned.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah, Brennan looks at
Damn.
Get
that.
the fuck out of here, man.
I low key feel like Brennan got some skeletons to be honest.
But I
Yeah.
mean, like, I feel like the holes, or I'm sorry, the hollows on this show. I mean, we haven't met all of them yet, but
Fuck out of here.
I feel like the hollows are like, we're talking about like killers and like, people that are like megalomaniacs and like awful in life. And I don't
Right.
think any of us fall into that. I mean, certainly like something can be corrupted to the point where like your pain can like drive you crazy or drive you to that point, because that's what happened with Orihime's brother.
Yeah.
Like where he was like, obviously he had some sadness in his life. I'm sure he did whatever, but like he was a whole. It wasn't until like the other spirits came in and basically did their thing to him that he became like this evil thing. So I think pretty confidently I'd be a whole. I don't think I'd be a hollow.
Brennan.
I think it depends on how and what sins are weighed as and how they're weighed.
Yep, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Because
Okay.
I've done some things, but I think overall I'm pretty good to most people. I do my best to like
Now or your whole life?
my whole life.
Okay.
I don't have stories of like breaking into places or like
Yeah.
Okay, guy.
I just don't have stories of that. Like I
shit.
was a pretty good kid. Like I was a little shit, but I wasn't like I was doing it mostly for my own amusement. I never really had any ill intent towards others. So like I've always felt like I the only time I did something bad to someone else was because it was something I wanted, not because I wanted something bad to happen to them. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know. Like it depends. Like it really depends. Like we like you said, skeletons. I I got stuff I'm not proud of that I've done. Do I think if I had to weigh it myself, I'd say I'd probably end up being a whole for sure.
Yeah.
But they could just be like, hey, these type of things right here,
Yeah.
these are way different. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, but the kids I volunteer with, that's real cool. Those are half a point. These are 10. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You
I was
know?
like, you guys ever watch The Good Place?
no.
It's a fun show. It's a sitcom. Without getting into too many spoilers, like at some point, it basically figures out like so many people are going to the bad place because of all these like microtransactional sort of bad things. Like, okay, the rice you ate is just like you ate some rice, but where did that rice come from, and who had to work to do that? And so all of your sins get like weighed down by that.
That's
and it's
not
like,
fair.
right?
Yeah.
And so that's part of the conflict of the show, right? So it's
That's
an
crazy.
interesting.
We all
sort of-
out of
No,
here
the
then.
one thing.
That's
Have you ever
part
heard
of
the-
it.
Have you ever heard like the grocery cart theory about like what it means for society? You guys ever heard?
No.
that before?
No.
What
Is
do you
that
mean?
like-
You mean like people returning their grocery carts? Yeah, it's
It's like the ultimate
it's
litmus
the
test.
ultimate
Yeah.
test for if
It's
you're
like the
a good
ultimate test
person
if you're a
or
good person or not is without knowing this test. Like, do you return the grocery cart to the place that it needs to go? Because grocery cart, there's no consequence for you not to return a grocery cart to where it's supposed to go. But if you choose not to do it, that means you don't give a shit about anybody else in that parking lot or the order or the things that could happen or whatever.
Or who's
But
coming
if you-
next.
yeah, or who's coming next, who's gonna have to use it. But if you take the time to go put the cart back without somebody having to ask you, that means that you're a net positive to society and the kind of person that like adds value to it.
That makes me feel like a
Yep.
very much better person.
No, there you go.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
so
didn't see him going that way.
so you talking about taking it back to either
Yeah, if
any of the little
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
return
Take
it
it to
to
the
its
kiosk.
the
Or not
corral.
just putting it on the curb or
You
in
know,
the
it's like
street. Or
put
in
it like
the-
leave it in the parking spot or
Yeah.
in between cars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Keenan looks so hurt
I
right
just
now.
literally did.
I mean, there are
Damn
some
it,
big ass
Keenan.
parking lots sometimes, and sometimes you gotta walk all the way down in that parking lot.
I
True.
normally nine times out of 10 I'm returning my car.
I was gonna say I feel like I'm more like 70-30, maybe 80-20 with that, but I think I was parked super far and there was no
Can you
thing.
imagine like after this conversation like being in a parking lot with Keenan,
Yeah.
you see him not return it and just call him like, "Hey Keenan." like
That'll be that'd be hilarious, dog.
I'm 10 out of 10 on that. I go out my way, and I always tell Icy to go out his way to make sure you put the cart back. So
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
Go ahead. Ice.
I mean, Brendan looked like that to me just because he's been at our Bonfire Stories shows, and we've had conversations. But all of those things
And?
had a common
And nothing.
common denominator, that was consistent amongst all of them. And depending on how those things are weighed, I should be good.
what's the common denominator?
I'm not. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
What? I'm just curious what you're weighing here.
If just like, well, Keenan talked about it a little bit, and I'll leave it at that. If that's high,
kids, hide your wife.
if that's high on the scale, and if that's like something that weighs, then I'm a hollow for sure. But if it's just something like I don't never do nothing that's gonna get me canceled. Like if something that like the trash shit that I've done in my life, if it came out, everybody just be like, well, fuck him. But they wouldn't be like,
That's not how Twitter works.
That's not what.
That's not how Twitter works. They always try to cancel you.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
don't
they
think we should have this conversation.
Okay, I'm with you.
not on the air, not on the air at least. We are live streaming.
Yeah. I
That's a
stand
fair
by.
point.
I stand by what I said.
I mean, of course you do. You never not stand by what you said.
I mostly agree with you, Ice.
Yeah.
Not 100.
All right. We can get into details
It's like,
later.
I'm over here with the Keenan shopping cart agreement. 70-30, 80-20.
I could take that. But I think overall I'd be a hoe for sure.
Okay. Yeah. So I think that was pretty much that's the end of the questions, man. Or anybody in the audience? Do y'all have any? Is there any questions in the audience that y'all want to ask real quick? In the chat.
Let's give how about while they're doing that, let's go ahead and give our scores maybe.
Yeah. That's
a good
for
point.
sure.
But if you got questions about the show, yeah, put it in there.
Before
don't
I say, I forgot. I meant to say this at the top of the show. I just want to say these two things. I watched the last episodes and all the episodes. I've been going for a little minute. Watched the last episode. Two things I want to say about the last episode. First and foremost, shout out to Rob for saving the day. At the last, not the last episode, but the Castlevania episode.
The one before, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rob for saving the day, saying we're the greatest fucking anime podcast in the entire world. Second, Keenan, you are fucked up for coming at Brennan like that about his stature. That's fucked up. You were terrible for that. Terrible. I just wanted to say that on air. That was wild.
I don't care what you have to say.
That
you
was
done,
wild.
You done came out, Brennan.
That
for,
was
for,
wild. For you to
Don't.
That was fucking.
This
That
is
was
the same
wild.
dude. You literally came at Brennan for no reason about ashy elbows, and he didn't even have ashy
That's-
elbows at a time. You
that's
came at
wild.
Brennan's head. You came at his
Getting
basketball
off topic.
skills. You came at. All right, go ahead.
That's all I wanted to say.
I don't like the what is the saying? The pot calling the kettle black or whatever the case.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that. That was fucked up. That was fucked up.
Thank you, Ice.
So, anyways,
Y'all the same size, just to put that out there.
I've lost like 15 pounds after I had COVID.
And now we're the same size.
Yeah.
I'm done. That was a joke. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it.
I don't know. I feel like I feel
How
like
much do you weigh, out of curiosity?
right now.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm probably back down to. I was at 165, almost 170. I'm probably at 150 something right now.
Oh, we are not the same size.
Yeah, yeah. I dropped. I didn't have an appetite when I had COVID, guys.
No, not most people don't.
Yeah. So let's do scores. I mean, fuck it. I'll go first.
Go for it.
What I liked about the show. I liked that. I forgot her name with the glove. What's her name? Rukia and Ichigo. I like that both of them are about the shits out the gate. I love about the shit characters.
Yep.
They want all the smoke. They ain't afraid of nobody like that. That's what pulled me immediately, and I was like, all right, he's not gonna be a whiny bitch for the next.
Ichigo wants all the smoke.
Yeah.
I would say that is consistent
That's been
throughout the
pretty
show.
From the
apparent.
beginning, with the bullies to going to him wanting for fighting for his sister and breaking the spell, I was like, bro, sign me up with this dude. I'm 100% with it. What I didn't like about the show, I guess I can kind of say, I actually had something else, but for me, the animation style, I guess it's not necessarily the show's fault. It's just that the era that it came out in. The animation style, it seems like it's sometimes for me it's like a little bit kind of hard to watch because you can tell it's a little bit of older anime style. But
Early 2000s.
It looked older than what it should.
it looked like
be.
90s
Yeah,
style.
it looked older than what it should.
I had to look it up again. I thought it was like
Remember,
90s.
it's independent.
Six.
Remember,
Yeah.
But when you said that factual actuals, I mean that all makes sense. And I can see that even though this probably took from Yu Yu Hakusho, but I feel like most Spirit ones that came after it took from this. So I give that its respect. There's not much that I didn't necessarily, I guess, didn't like. Nothing was super crazy to me. But I'm in. Like I said, I watched it with my lady. She was in. I think she was more hyped than I was, actually. I feel like I should ask her score, to be honest. I feel like she would have gave this shit probably high 7s, probably low 8s from her excitement. I'm just going off her excitement. But I'll give it a solid 6,800 for the first 4 episodes. 6,800. Rob.
Yeah, I think I'm in a very similar place where it's like, especially because it was like the aspect ratio was square, and I'm so used to like
Yeah, the 4:3.
watching stuff in like
Yeah,
widescreen.
that
I'm like,
too,
oh
yeah.
damn, like how old is this show?
Yeah.
But I'm in. The storytelling, I think it's great. It's moving quickly. I
Yeah.
do like that. We're all about it. When Cam, like before I started watching it, Cam was just like, "Hey, have you started this yet?" Yada yada. And I was like, "Well, what would you call it?" And he was kind of like, "It's kind of like Demon Slayer meets Jujutsu Kaisen," and I absolutely see that. Like maybe like it's it just as far as it's like. Its themes, the way like the world works, if you can see where these animes that are getting big now that are coming out, you can see they absolutely are paying homage to the show.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're absolutely pulling from this. But I like it overall. I'm not. I would say I like it, not love it so far, and so that's why I say I'm kind of like with you, Keenan, where I'm like, you got my interest. Now,
Yeah.
where are you going to take me?
Yeah.
So we'll see how this plays out. Why
Why did y'all look at each other like that when he said, "Where did it take me"? Y'all hate y'all. Y'all already on some shit. Y'all did not need to do that. Y'all did not. That
Cameron's
was
over there
unnecessary.
clutching
They're not
his
even
pearls.
trying to
Right.
Y'all
Right.
were like Keenan loves spoilers. Y'all literally have spoiled everything.
How
in your face
is
and
a
your
look a
eyes.
spoil?
Immediately when Rob said that, y'all was like,
They're
they
so
don't
sensitive.
fucking know.
They're so
They-
sensitive.
You literally said earlier that Cam spoiled someone with his face earlier.
Yeah.
No.
So now you can't.
What?
I literally
Don't
did
spoil
this.
anything.
I've been like this.
No, all that to say, I've been liking it so far. First 4 episodes are good. The parakeet episode, like I just found myself laughing at it throughout the whole thing. I mean, it's ridiculous, but it's funny.
It's so ridiculous.
And yeah, no, I like it. I'm about where you are, Keenan. I'll give it 6,750.
Okay.
So I don't copy your score.
All right. Ice.
I am mad at myself for not watching it sooner. So I could have negated having to wait, every week to watch this. Now every 2 weeks. Now that we're splitting it up.
Oh man, I didn't think about that. You're right.
Yeah. I like Ichigo. Ichigo is rounding itself out just in the first 4 episodes as probably, if he lands in one of my top, 5 to 10 favorite main characters, I wouldn't be surprised. Off of all of the reasons that Keenan said with him being with the shit, he's funny. He's a family guy. I like his dad a lot. His dad is giving me real Reagan vibes. Just like that silly other character. Chad is a fucking grown man. I don't care what nobody says. I like that. But overall, I like this show. And this show, and the only reason I didn't like Bleach because it came off of, Dragon Ball Z, and everybody was like, Bleach is next. If you like Dragon Ball Z, you need to be watching Bleach next. And then I watched like the first episode, and I was like, this isn't Dragon Ball Z. Fuck this show. And I just left it for years, up until now. So over 15 years, I've left this show on the shelf. This is nothing like I thought it was. It's a good show. I just don't want it to fall in the same tropes as a Demon Slayer, as like a Monster of the Week. And this is something that I've figured out like right now watching this show. I don't think I'm a fan of people fighting monsters. Like I don't think that that's something I like. I think I'm more inclined to watch shows where people are fighting. And I think if it stays in a realm where they're just fighting hollows all the time and they don't at least take some type of human form, then I feel like it won't reach the heights that I want it to reach. But if they get in a spot where like other people are fighting other people, and I kind of see that maybe happening where like Soul Reapers get into it with other Soul Reapers and it's sword versus sword, I think if it gets in a space like that, then it can really be like one of my favorite animes. But if it does stay in just a Monster of the Week type situation, then it's gonna be like run of the mill for sure. So overall score is 6,500.
Brandon.
Nobody look at the chat anymore, please. Please stop looking. Nobody look. Trust me. Don't look.
Right.
Rob, stop.
I'm not looking.
Just trust me. Somebody put a fucking spoil. Oh, I'm so mad.
Is there a way you can remove it?
I just removed it.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Guys, come on. Corey, fam. All right.
Hey, no
Literally,
spoilers in the chat,
don't say
guys.
anything.
In the chat,
don't
don't
say
spoil it.
anything. Don't name arcs. Don't do nothing. That
Is
gives
it-
away too much.
Is it still in there?
No, it's gone.
took
You
it
can
out.
look now. So it's my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, it's funny. It's like I remember this show really well, but I don't remember anything that we just watched. I didn't remember any part of a parrot. I don't remember like a lot of almost
Man.
very much almost none of it. I didn't remember.
Cursed parakeet.
Yeah, first here. I don't remember any of that. Like, yeah. So for me, like watching it again was very nostalgic. I was like, oh right, the show is good. I'm very happy. I was pleased. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to recommend a show not remembering what the beginning was, like somebody did for me with Naruto,
Yeah.
and it not being worth watching when you watch it again. Because
What?
there's been many people who've agreed with me and said, look, Naruto Shippuden is one of the greatest animes ever, and you have to get through Naruto to be able to get to Naruto Shippuden. But 30-something episodes into Naruto, it does not compare to this show.
No,
It
so
does-
Shippuden is how many episodes? In that comparison,
That's bullshit because there's at least there's like 4 to 5 seasons of Naruto before Shippuden even starts.
I like the first 10 episodes. I haven't went further.
No, but it's
I
just
enjoyed
the thing
it.
that's with Naruto, it's just so slow. Like this show is not slow.
Yeah,
You know?
I'll give you
This
that.
shit is
But
way-
they also, I mean, I guess Naruto came out the same time as Bleach, so
Yeah, I'm saying it's just really slow. I
It's
think
also varied because this is very much like TV 14. Like this is like graphic and gets
yeah,
Yeah,
no, they
whereas
like it's
what
more
I've
of
seen
a,
of Naruto isn't like that.
yeah, it's like it feels like they're for different audiences. But
but Naruto gets into that space.
no, I know it does,
Yeah,
but I'm just
yeah.
saying in the first 30 episodes, not so much. And I didn't hate it. I was just like, I'm just impatient watching it.
Yeah.
I'm just very impatient watching Naruto. But for this, I say I'd give it, something similar. I say 6,800. I wasn't like this blew me away by any stretch of imagination, but it does exactly what it's supposed to. It makes you want to keep watching.
Sure.
I'll say that's what this show is without question the best anime at. Is that like you can't really put down the episode and not watch the next one? As will tell you, is like
I
this,
hate the words "to be continued."
Bro.
You will hate them with
you
me
will
when
hate
they
them with
start.
passion because this show there's so many things that happen and so many worlds that build because of what's happening.
Yeah.
And that this is the show that is like, yo, you want to talk about redefining what a cliffhanger is? Like this show, you're gonna be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna watch one episode, and you're gonna be like, how?
No, I do that every night, and I'm into like 4.
Yeah, it's like
every day.
I remember just staying up. I'm not even a night person. I'd be up till like 4 a.m. watching this show. Like shit, I just need to sleep and then wake up and keep watching it some more.
Damn.
Yeah.
I feel just a trash Soul Reaper coming. Like that's what I feel in my heart. Like there's a
Yeah.
trash ass Soul Reaper out there, and he or she is just gonna cause a world of havoc, and it's gonna fuck up the whole Soul Reaper ecosystem. That's what I feel in my soul.
Yo, I'm sorry. It's just so funny to see Brennan and stuff like that just try to keep themselves Like he's just like,
I'm just trying not to say anything.
Yeah, of
you know?
course, yeah,
It's
yeah.
really hard. No, the thing is, like, I really do like this anime.
Yeah.
And like the reason why I wanted to have Corey apologize. Thank you, Corey. Is that there's something that happens in this anime that he hasn't even gotten to yet that I don't think happens in season 1 that for me is easily like one of the best arcs in anime history.
Oh.
yeah.
And that's why I'm just like, what he put in there that you guys didn't see would have partially ruined it. Like you can get, there's like literally,
It gave me enough info.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can literally get somebody could say one thing to you, one word about this anime, one word,
Yeah.
and it could ruin something for you.
One word,
One-
not a sentence.
I could say
Yeah.
one word to you that could ruin this. That could ruin this whole arc
Oh,
I'm telling you about.
shit.
That's why I was just like, yo, y'all, chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, just shut up. You know.
All right. Well, we got two quick chat questions, and then we're gonna go to some. Then we're gonna close the anime out. First one. Based off these episodes, this is a question by Tyler Blackburn. Based off these these first 4 episodes, and I'm guessing he means the first 4 episodes of these other shows that I'm going to be talking about. What do you think this ranks against the big 2, or I mean, what do you think this ranks against the other big three?
Big 3.
Yeah. So I guess try to only use. Are we going off the big 3 without Dragon Ball, or are we going off the big 3?
When I think of big 3 in the sense of Bleach, I say Bleach, Naruto, One Piece. That's my big 3.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Okay.
You said what'd you say there?
One
Bleach,
Piece, Naruto,
One
Bleach.
Piece, Naruto.
Okay,
And
that,
then-
you go off that because I can't go off that technically because I haven't seen the other 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I've only seen the first 4 episodes of Naruto, but nothing of One Piece. So I'll add Dragon Ball to my big 3 because it is technically a big 3 of sorts. Go ahead.
Yeah. What do I feel about these 4 episodes?
Where would it rank?
Where would
Out
it
of those
rank?
3, would you rank this above those 3 from the first 4
I mean,
episodes?
we all know that fucking One Piece is last on this. Let's just be
Okay.
honest. That's last. The first 4 episodes of Bleach. To Brendan's point, I don't know what the first 4 episodes of Naruto look like. I'm thinking it was the attack on the village and then just composition on really
I could just tell you, it started with Naruto in school,
Yeah.
him being shunned, and then they're just like, I want to be a ninja, and then he learned how to do the ninja.
Bleach is one. Naruto.
See what I'm talking about though?
Yeah.
Like
and One Piece.
he was like,
is-
I learned how to turn into a woman. I'm just
Yeah.
like, I don't
Okay.
care.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bleach first,
Sexy
Naruto
jutsu.
second,
Yeah.
and then One Piece last.
If you're not watching this live or seeing Ice's face, like when I
pain.
described those, like the disappointment in himself when I said those things, I was just like, yo, like this is what happened. I was just like, oh, that.
Yeah, and I'm sure that the age that Ice was at, all that stuff was probably fun. But like rewatching that now,
As a
this
grown
age
man,
kind of
it's
just
just
like,
Yeah.
Well, that's why
Keep
I
it
don't
moving.
think you can really compare these accurately because I feel
It's
like
hard-
they're
it's hard.
catered towards different audiences.
absolutely, it's hard.
I do have one thing I want to bring up super quickly. I was incorrect about the studio being independent. It was actually produced by Perriot Co.
Perriot?
Okay.
I don't know how to say it that well, which was started in 1979 by people from the Tatsuno production and Mushi Productions. It's headquartered in Tokyo, and they're known for some extremely popular anime. As the list that they have is insane, which should put some respect on the name: Naruto, Bleach, Yu Yu Hakusho, Black Clover, Boruto, Next Generations, Tokyo Ghoul, and another one I don't know what that is. It's a Great Teacher Onizuka.
Okay, let's answer these questions real quick. We
Yep,
won't
that's
be
it.
hitting for 2 hours. Did you answer?
I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay. Big 3. I can't even remember the first 4 of Dragon Ball Z, to be honest. So I guess since it's more fresh in my head, I feel like you said, these 4 start off hot. There's no funny games. I feel like the first 4 of Dragon Ball Z, I don't know if they start off this hot. Maybe they did. But
They didn't. It
I
was
don't think
before
they
the Radix came.
Yeah,
Like they
it
were just
was-
talking about stuff.
I didn't think it did.
Yeah, they was just they was just training.
They always start slow in every
Yeah.
Dragon. Like, you remember like Dragon Ball Super started with Goku on the farm or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It always starts slow.
These
No,
silly
episode
episodes.
1 with, or I thought Dragon Ball Z started with Raditz landing and like taking out that farmer and then like showing up to the party at Roshi's place and being like, "What the fuck have you been up to?" He rolls up on Piccolo and is just like, "Man, who is this?
Yeah,
Like, you're not even the strongest dude on your own planet."
it might have been. If that's the case,
Yeah, that's it. That is it.
that is it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right
Ooh,
now.
I remember liking that.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z, Bleach, and I guess Naruto's in that big 3. I think.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's last. Rob.
I mean, I haven't. I've read some One Piece. I've read like the first 100 episode or issues, the chapters, I guess. I haven't seen Naruto. I'll sub in Dragon Ball for that. For me, I think I would start it off with Dragon Ball Z as the top. just because like, I mean, I think Goku dies in that stretch, and like for the show to just kind of turn it up on its head at that point, like if you'd been watching Dragon Ball, like Goku was the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like that was a good way to start off their show, especially like, you know, the big bad from the last series taking the main character's son and being like, oh, I'm going to train him up. Like if I had been like a Dragon Ball fan and was watching that, I'd have been hyped at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd probably put this second, Bleach second, and then probably One Piece third, just because like I've watched, like I said, I read the chapters. I'm kind of skimming through what happens in the first 4 episodes, how they break that up, and it just seems a little all over the place. But I remember, I mean, I ended up liking the first like few chapters of One Piece. I thought it was interesting. I mean, Luffy stabs himself in the face, literally like the first page, to just show how tough he is to these pirates. So like that's another main character that's like about the action.
He wants that smoke. Yeah, everything I see from him too is he wants all that smoke also.
Yeah.
Do you want to ask one more quick question, or we've been going too long?
Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Sorry.
Right.
Sorry to the rest.
I mean, next time
we went long. We had a lot to cover.
We had a lot to
episode.
cover, and then next time we'll definitely, you know, people jumped into the podcast. Next time we'll definitely be able to answer, I think, around 1 to 2 questions. Yeah, so we gave our scores. We'll be we'll be alternating reviews and episodes and topic episodes. You know, we'll be next week we're gonna actually be doing our favorite Saiyans episode. So make sure you tap into that. It'll be live stream again. We're going on our Patreon though, guys. The Patreon should be anime. It is Animeshun. Damn, I thought I sent it to. Oh yeah. So it'll be patreon.com Animeshun. Okay, so when you click, I'll put the link actually right now in the group chat. But for everybody out there that's listening, Animeshun, ANIMESHUN all together. Patreon.com/Animeshun. You type that in, you will find us, man. If you need the link from us, hit our page. We will send you the direct link. We got one tier. It's going to be, you're going to get the podcast live and early in these streets.
Yep.
You're going to get bonus content out there. Bonus content could be a lot of different things, whether it just comes from, just one-offs, little stuff from Ice and myself. We might even do some movies out there, and y'all be watching movies with us. It could be a bunch of different things. So, just know it's a lot of exciting things coming for us as a crew, man. We're very excited. We gave y'all a lot of content, man, for free.
3 years.
So please come through and support, man. We got one tier. It's a $5 tier. So it shouldn't be breaking people's pockets out there in these streets, man. Hopefully, I know you got a lot of things.
If it's breaking your pocket, please don't do it.
Yeah, absolutely. We ain't trying to break nobody. We don't
Absolutely
want you.
not.
We ain't trying to take no food out your kid's mouth, nothing like that out here.
Is there a way to put it in the comments? Not the comments. Like when we post it on the podcast. Like when we
I'll
do
put it in the description. When
there's description. That's
because
the word
we will still be after what? How many episodes are we doing until?
So we're gonna finish out this month posting our full videos up on YouTube still.
Right.
After that, going into September, our full podcast episodes on YouTube will be private. Just something we got to do, and then in 2022 we'll have basically that back catalog. We'll have a few of our big episodes. The I'm Engaged episode will still be probably available. We'll still have our overrated episode where we got on which character's overrated episode where we got on Ice for his controversial Trunks pick. Controversial Trunks pick. We'll still have some of those classics up there, but we're just gonna have a lot more content coming your way on YouTube.
September 6th. That's the date.
Yep.
September 6th will be the first paid Patreon YouTube video.
Yeah, so make sure y'all have y'all sayings ready too, or y'all favorite sayings also in the building. Is that it? Or is that the wrap up pretty much?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We give our stuff, our plug our info.
Rob, I know you have anybody.
Yeah, real quick, the artist I'm plugging this week, his name is should of course come back to me.
Brennan.
I am at Brennan the Best on Instagram. Enjoy that.
Ice.
You can, first and foremost, I don't know if he's going to shout him out, but I want to shout out 111.
Yeah, 11.
11.
Yep.
Okay, shout out 11.
11 brand.
11
we got
brand.
it.
man.
We got the shirt. We got the shirts on today.
Absolutely, all of us got
Check
the
'em
shirts
out.
on.
Also,
Show
shout
the
out to support black colleges.
Alabama,
make
he got on the Alabama
sir.
State short. That's my college, baby. We out here in these streets.
You see what is this? Is this a wasp?
Looks like a
Hornet.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out to all of the HBCUs. Shout out to Tyler Blackburn. He's in the chat. He is the bare knuckle ninja, I believe, on Instagram. Shout out to him. Make sure you guys follow him.
Everybody in that chat, man. Omar,
Yeah, thanks everybody for showing up
Everybody
today.
showing
Appreciate
up,
you guys.
Appreciate y'all. Q, all y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
I think I saw a comment in there real quick that they called you when you was like you was a ghost and you be out here with the ladies.
Yeah. They,
Sure enough, Rob, he said you are the Me Too, the ghost of Me Too.
yeah.
Oh man.
Hilarious.
Yeah. I said I was going to be talking to ghosts.
You can find me on everything, Ice.McGowan. I will say, fuck with us, man. We've been giving y'all free content for 3 years. Over 3 years. We haven't had a hiatus. We haven't had 2-3 months or weeks off. We've always gave you fire-ass content, more fire-ass content coming from the Patreon. Fuck with the verses that I've been doing. If you haven't, the next verses that's coming up is Mika from Iron-Blooded Orphans versus Kamina from Gurren Lagann. That shit is going to be fire. We've got more verses, 4 more episodes in the first season of Versus, Anime Versus. Watch the episodes if you haven't, and then just fuck with the content. But please, please, please keep rocking with us when the Patreon drops.
So, Rob, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, artist I'm plugging this week is Pyro Daily, PYROOWDAILY. Pyro Daily. They've got some really fucking crazy stuff, especially like concept art of like future Gohan with like a robot arm and like the androids, and he even does like DC stuff. He's got Batman and the Joker in here. Their art style is super dope. Check them out.
I'm Keenan Baker on everything, and follow the Animeshun podcast on everything: Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Please follow through, man. We want to see all the love and support, and hit that Patreon, man. Patreon.com/Animeshun, y'all. SHUN. See y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.
And so anime was solved forever.